Day edition of Outlaw Radio. What it do? What it do? How y'all doing tonight? My name is Kevin Barnes. I am the host of Outlaw Radio, the militant with a microphone, mouthpiece of the movement, aka the Negro Whisperer, certified professional life coach, Negro Whisperer. What's going on? 414 stand up. How y'all doing tonight? I am so happy to be here once again to present Outlaw Radio. Computer love tonight. Computer love. Yes, computer love. I keep telling you, I'm a funk baby. So, you know, if it's funky, it's upstairs. So, but there's actually relevance to that. That's an entity into itself. The concept of the song Computer Love, which was actually written and released, I believe, 1986. We didn't even have the internet yet. We weren't. The public wasn't allowed to utilize the internet. So welcome to the show, man. Number attached to the show, 262-202-5131. 262-202-5131. Share the show. Let people know we're on. And, we just appreciate the support. Like it's nothing egotistical. Just really appreciate the way people support the fact that we have conversations on Outlaw Radio that may not be, held in other places. And sometimes people get their feelings hurt. It is what it is. But we also have a chat room. Chat room shaking all the time. We're on Mondays and Wednesdays, 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. So whenever I choose to cut the show off. But yeah, man, I'm glad to be here tonight, man. How y'all doing? How's this week been treating you? How's life treating you? This is a very interactive platform. So if you got anything to say, please feel welcome to call in. Once again, that number is 262-202-5131. Or just get in the chat room. Either way it go, man. We're going to talk about it if it's pertinent to Black people. Hopefully you are fully delineated, as I am. I am going to identify myself as a foundational Black American. And then people say, wow, well, like people now have pronouns that they identify themselves by. It, them, those, whatever. Why can't I say I am a foundational Black American? If Mexicans can identify as Mexicans, if people from France can identify as French people, why can't I say I'm a foundational Black American? We keep talking about issues and asking and waiting and praying and marching and protesting, but there's no agenda to the revolution. That's the problem with the revolution. There's no agenda to it. So we have to work to create a majority amongst the minorities so that we can come up with an agenda. Come on, man. I don't expect you to agree with everything I say. That's one thing about Outlaw Radio is there's no expectation for you to be a go along to get along type of individual to enjoy my show. I really want people who think outside the box. If that's you, you got the right one, baby. If not, I feel sorry for your mother. Sharita Shaw in the chat room. She said, hey, family, how you doing? My sister, how you doing? How's everybody doing? Please share the show. Please share the show. As a matter of fact, I want to practice what I preach. I'm going to go here right now. I'm going to share it. I'm going to share it right up here. Let me go up here. Like I'm on a cooking show, right? Let me add some seasoning to it. Let me add some funk to it. Let me share it on my own joint while I'm asking people to do it. You can always do for self, meaning I can share my own show. It's like I'm asking y'all to do. Here we go. Come on, computer. Shared. Let's go, man. Outlaw Radio. Brenda Peterson, how you doing? She said, hey, Kev, how you doing? Just because we Mondays, it's normally us kind of closing the gap on what has happened. But I feel like Wednesdays are always more thematic. So we try to come up with something poignant to talk about. And I'm just looking around at the world. Was it Stephanie Bowles? How you doing, my sister? How you doing? Welcome to the show. Please share the show. So computer love, right? Like, and You know, I remember we were children and they would tell us about the future and what the future would look like. We were supposed to have flying cars type shit, teleportation devices. Remember we used to watch the Jetsons, right? And there was always these visions of what well, we don't have flying cars, but we live in a super, super, super digitalized community, a super digital culture. This computer, the computer, as we know it, you know, because computers came along. If you're old as me, remember a computer, you get a computer in your house, can do certain things. It wasn't connected. A computer right now, any computer connects you to everything else. And it's not just about the computer that you have in your home, because we are entirely addicted to these. Look, everybody got one. Lose yours, you'll go crazy. Because this now, and I remember the dawn of cell phones, car phones, this now has connection to the World Wide Web. These are as fast or faster than some of the computers that sit in your homes. So we're all connected to this computer one way or another. I love people say, I don't really do social media. I ain't really computer savvy. The one common denominator amongst those types of people is that they usually don't know a lot of shit. I'm just saying. Chat room popping. Ace, what it do, man? How you doing, Ace? Ace Cooley, my brother, supporter of the show. I've known this brother for so long, too long. I've known him before there was internet. So shout out to Ace, right? Telly Nella, man, once again, another homeboy from my neighborhood where I grew up at. Years. Telly, I think we may have known each other at this point for 40 years. Think about how old that makes us. Because I know I met you before I was 10. We went to elementary school together. 40 years. It's crazy. Coop down in Texas. She said, Outlaw. Yes, ma'am. Welcome to the show. Y'all please share the show. Brenda Peterson said, I was stuck in the back of a class on Oregon Trail. Right. Well, Oregon Trail. Like we came up, the computer was the computer. It sat and you turned it on, you turned it off. It didn't have any bearing. Right now, all this shit's listening to us. Talk about something with somebody with your phone sitting next to you and then go on your social medias. You're going to have commercials for whatever that was. You're going to have advertisements for whatever that was. When you spend your money in a store, a lot of organizations sell your information to consumer agencies, and then you start to get sales papers and all kinds of what? How the fuck? Why am I bought some chicken last week. Now I got 1 million chicken ads on my Facebook. Computer love. We're connected to it. Let's talk about this. As old people, let's talk about computer love tonight. Aaron Brown out in Arizona, I should say, my brother. How you doing? Welcome to the show. A Blast, he said, what it do? Man, it's doing what it does. And it's Wednesday, so it's time for Outlaw Radio, and tonight is Computer Love. So this is a whole cultural movement now, this digital movement. I like to refer to this as the digital age, the information age. Any information that you want, and I'm speaking, let's just talk about surface understanding of something. I'm not saying that you can Google something and get all of the actual factuals of it, but you can start, because you can start to explore what the essence of a thing is. Something like something like foundational Black Americanism. You can go and get just the surface understanding. So are these Black people who say this, that, da. Or you can really do a deep dive. You can go into Google Scholar. You can go into libraries. You can pull up books that are in the form of PDFs and get that information. It's a crazy, crazy, wonderful time to be alive. I have a platform because of computer love. Milwaukee wasn't trying to let me on terrestrial radio. They're still not, which is a mystery to me. I don't understand. They weren't trying to let me in. My wife said, do internet radio. This is 2010. I'm like, what? No, nobody does that. Okay, let me. So we've been doing Outlaw Radio for 11 years. And I remember the first time that I was telling some of my homeboys, this is what my intent was, is to present this digitally as opposed to turn on the radio in your car. Well, now car radios are in tune to this as well. Back then they weren't, right? So We're all connected to this computer. These computers are running everything. Now AI is coming in, really changing the game. Really changing the game. Listen, we're gonna talk about AI tonight because I saw that Martin Luther King's daughter, and who else is it? Is she's teamed up with someone, another daughter of one of our. It's Robin Williams. Have y'all seen the Martin Luther King AI memes? It's crazy. I seen the Martin Luther King meme where he was talking about going after people who was throwing down the forks. He was hollering GD. AI, right? Like, you have to look at images you see now and say, wait a motherfucking minute, is that real or is that AI? Chat room popping. Ace says, LOL, all I did was hunt. Is that what you did, Ace? Is that what you did? You was hunting then? I didn't know. Crucial Living, how you doing, my sister? Shout out to you. She said, good evening. How you doing? I heard you were on your way back to the mill. Welcome back. Welcome home. I'm just to visit. I'm thinking. Aaron Brown says, black folks love chicken. I love chicken egg rolls. Everybody loves chicken. Let me tell you something about a stereotype that's actually a misnomer. You can fry chicken around any group of people culturally. Asian, Indian, white, of course, black, islanders, whatever. They're all going to eat fried chicken. They put it on us. Of course, because we obviously revolutionized the way it tastes because of the way we season meat, right? But everybody loves fried chicken. Everybody loves fried chicken. I don't want to hear it. I lived in North Dakota. Hardee's back in the days, I'm dating myself. Hardee's would have fried chicken 2 days a week. I was in Wahpeton, North Dakota. You couldn't get to Hardee's because the lines was on the street. This is Wahpeton, North Dakota. It wasn't us. Everybody loved fried chicken. Everybody loved chicken. Bake it, broil it, barbecue it, grill it. I don't know how the chicken got cursed with this burden. Chicken's got to be some of the most paranoid motherfuckers on this planet, right? Like, why is this dude looking at me? I hear you, chicken. I hear you. I see you, Dion. He's in the chat room. He said, boy, I'm in this motherfucker, my guy. She said, wow, congratulations. It's crucial. Thank you. Sharita Saw said 11 years. That's what's up. Ace Cooley said black people got the best fried chicken. Black people have the best everything. You better ask somebody. I'm going to stand by that. That's one thing you're going to hear us talk about on Outlaw Radio. We're going to celebrate us. We are by far the most dynamic group of individuals on this earth. Foundational black Americans. Man, this country wouldn't be a damn thing without us. This planet wouldn't be a damn thing without us. But most definitely, when it comes to the chicken, yeah. And I said 11 years. I'm not trying to brag or anything. And it's not like an anniversary show. I'm just saying we're all connected through these computers. I remember when I swore off social media, I would say, I'm not getting on that shit. I thought people who got on Facebook was lames. This is early. This is a long time ago. As soon as I started this show through Blog Talk Radio, they gave me a Twitter page and they gave me a Facebook page. Yep. That's when. And so that was my introduction. And that was like 2015 to social media, 2014, something like that when we started the show. Been through many different forms, many different formats. I've had so many different co-hosts. As a matter of fact, if you really are interested in this thing, go to my YouTube page, which is the People's Network, People's with a Z. There's, I think, 300 shows. And they go all the way back to when I did it live from here, when I would have everybody in the studio right here in the Chocolate City Studios. Crazy. But this is all connected to the computer thing. And I don't want to get too far from that because, like, I can literally, and I'm as much shit as I talk, I will literally walk in my kitchen and say, Alexa, what's the temperature? I will do that. I am entirely connected to this thing. I pay my bills online, right? This is the computer has taken over the world. So now when we talk about AI, and some people are scared of it, obviously, righteously so. Once again, I go back to the memes, the images you see, and you can use AI to my job has made it mandatory for us to utilize their AI platform. if you use a computer right now, you're gonna have to know how to manipulate this. We do Opus clips. I put my show through Opus clips. Jumped on that early. Those clips, it edits, it gives me probably 200 edits of every show, Kamar. I don't even be knowing which one to put on. That's why my TikTok is, it's
All
like I have
of it.
so many fucking clips. But the name of the show is Outlaw Radio. It's computer love. This has changed the culture of even how we meet people. People internet date now. My daughter tells me, like, she said, Dad, it's hard for me to find a man. Whatever. We don't, not in depth in her business, but she'll say, but well, how are you meeting these men? Internet dating sites. What the fuck? Listen, back in my time, I hate to be that dude, but I'm turning into him. In my day, when you wanted a woman, you walked up to her and you said something to her. How you doing, girl?
Hey, baby.
Whatever.
How you doing, baby?
Damn, girl. Ooh, what you did, whatever you did. You might have walked up and bust a song out. You know what I'm saying? But you had to do the face-to-face thing. Welcome to the show. Welcome to Outlaw Radio Computer Love on a Wednesday night. Kamar, how you doing?
I'm all right, man. I'm all right. Sorry for my lateness, but I'm here. God damn it.
Yeah, you are. And people piss me off because we went on last week and like you wasn't on. So automatically there's controversy. What Kev do with Kamar? What happened? Y'all into it? You missed one.
ENC Jordan. Hey, ENC Jordan inboxed me. Hey man, you all right? My bag, y'all. My bag, y'all. If you miss me, just go watch some of them real OG videos. I got a whole bunch.
Shout out to ENC Jordan. Yo, Ian was texting me, right? Like, yo, if Kamar ain't coming back, I'll sit in. And I'm like, well, hold on. Like, yeah, damn, wait. So listen, you missed Monday, right? You missed Monday. I did the show. Last Wednesday, I didn't even do a show. I remember that.
I was sitting at the computer waiting.
I didn't even do a show.
Wednesday, and the show never came.
I didn't even do it. I didn't do
it. I see.
So Monday when I come back and then you're not here again, they like, oh shit, New Edition done broke up. What the fuck? I got to be Bobby Brown, right? Like what Kev do, right? Like, so, goddamn, welcome back to the show.
Ain't nobody come to see you, Otis.
Nobody cares about me, man. No, it's about you, my brother. The OG, like y'all, listen, man. Share the show just to let people know the OG.
Thank y'all. I appreciate it. I appreciate the love, y'all. I appreciate it.
Shit. And Monday was a dope ass show, and people just was like, well, where Kamar? Like, motherfucker, did you listen to the show? This show was dope.
Hey, never mind the dope show. Where's Kamar?
Once again, it's fuck you, Kev. I get it. Chat room popping. Let me go to this chat room, y'all. Let me go to the chat room. Shit. Okay, no. So Ruben Anderson. What's going on, man? He said, what's good, bro? How you doing, man? Welcome to the show. Please share the show. Telly said, Savoy got the best chicken, LOL. Come on, man. Telly. Now, see, Telly, you kind of tipping off my business because me and you know about me and Savoy's, right? Like having an issue, right? Like, so, but the chicken was good, my brother. You can tell he from the hood because he throwing out there like, Kev, Savoy got the best chicken. Right? Like, oh, shit.
He's starting shit.
I had an incident at Savoy one time. God damn. Earl Henning, he said, what to do, my brother, love us. Fuck Donald Trump and his Earl gonna say that. Every show he's gonna say that. He's gonna make that comment. Aaron Brown said, AI been looking crispy. He said, it's a great tool. It is. I'm not an old man crying foul on AI. What I'm saying is we right now are anchored. We're tethered to computers. Whereas, like I said, before the computer was a tool that you had in your home, you could use it for certain things. Once the internet came along, once this information superhighway came along, I'm going to tell you how cold this computer culture has become in this country. We have a whole new media We got a whole new form of media. The television is struggling to keep up. Terrestrial radio is struggling to keep up. I myself watch more YouTube than I watch regular television. You know what I'm saying? This internet, this instant, I want the answer right now, right here. Oh, I want to hear this song that I ain't never even heard. I mean, that I haven't heard in 25 years. The record is actually out of print. Let me Google this shit. There go the song.
Well, then you also get to watch stuff that ain't scripted.
Yes.
Real life.
Yes.
Get to watch real life. You know what I'm saying? I think like with the internet, when the internet came out, everybody was scared of the internet a little bit. Not everybody, but a lot of people were scared of the internet talking about it. And you know what I'm saying? And now we got AI. And AI was created to help people. Like we just had to learn how to use it to our advantage.
Everybody's scared because of the Terminator movie, though. Let's keep it a buck. Everybody's scared because of what happened in the Terminator. Because if you don't know, if you've never seen the Terminator, it's not even a trilogy now. It's like 30 Terminator movies. Initially, it was about Skynet, which was AI, right? And so I'm a historical dude. First of all, let me say, you have to even go back before that and know about George Orwell and the book 1984. And I believe it was published in the mid 60s, late 50s, early somewhere in there. And it's just him talking about a time when computers and technology have kind of taken over the heavy lifting in terms of how society operates, which is now the thing. And in the Terminator, Skynet goes rogue. It's a computer that goes rogue. The machines declare war on humans. And that's where you get the Terminator from. So a lot of people are scared of AI because of that.
That you hear them talking about cloning and shit.
Yes.
And I understand like why people would be worried about how AI could put your image on the screen and make you talk and do shit that you really ain't doing. Now that type of stuff I'm skeptical of, but it is a lot of stuff that we can use to our advantage.
No doubt. It's a shortcut for a lot of people who just ain't really not know how to operate Office and Excel and do power. No, just tell this motherfucker what you want, to put it together for you. But the danger is, like you said, because those Martin Luther King memes that I've seen look real.
On the G, folks, we ride.
Right. That's the one I referenced earlier. It looks real. It looks like
motherfucker.
The only thing that will make you say that's not real is if you're old enough like me to know that's not Martin Luther King.
Right.
He would have never even spoken like that, right? Like so.
Right.
But for think about it, if they're able to erase our history and then present this as the new history, these youngsters might believe, oh man, I just seen Martin Luther King. They ain't gonna be quoting "I had a dream." They're gonna be quoting "Dream."
Martin Luther King, folks.
Right, Martin, you heard no dreams, just memes. Right, all right. You seen Martin throw up the forks? Come on, son. Like
on the G, we ride.
This is why what
slide, he said.
He said on the G, next time they throw the forks, we sliding, right? Like it's more than that one. It's a bunch of them. It's a bunch of them, man.
And it sounds like it too.
The whole thing looks so real. And listen, I'm a music guy. They take old school rap songs and make 70s and 50s versions of. If you ain't heard, I feel like slapping a nigga today. Oh, that is AI. And I'm not gonna lie, I've listened to some of the 90s rap through the AI 70s joints. This shit's nice. I'm like, yo, this shit got me grooving. It's crazy, man. It's dangerous because you could really be duped. You know what I'm saying? It's like if somebody could clone you, your clone could be out here doing all kinds of wild shit.
To make you a new Tupac song.
They'll do it. They'll do it. Yeah. They got it out here. Ace said he was trying to get in touch with you. He said he was in town. So I guess he been banging your line.
You wasn't banging you wasn't calling, man. I'm right there at the Sherman Phoenix. Just pull up.
I was calling you. Listen,
come on, Ace.
Here's another wave, though, Kamar. Here's another wave. If you don't have a phone, right, but you have Facebook and you have Messenger, a motherfucker can call you through Messenger.
Yep. Sure can.
And I'm the type of person, I'm not answering the phone if you call me through Messenger.
Like,
I don't
if I ain't have a phone while I'm here talking to you on live, somebody could call me.
Right. And
on my computer and shit.
Don't call me on Messenger. I'm not answering it. Right? Because I'm like, yo, that's call my number.
Remember when Skype came out?
All this shit. Zoom.
Skype was the shit. Like, that was the first thing that I remember. You know what I'm saying? Like, I felt like you had to have some special shit to be able to do it. You know what I mean? I ain't know nothing about computers back then.
Huh? You used to.
Yeah.
It's just like Zoom.
It's just like you had to pay for it and everything, maybe.
And you can jump on. If somebody hit you with a Zoom joint right now, you ain't got to just download the shit. You up in the meeting like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's how accessible we.
Hey, you see them videos where it's some young boys, right? They take a whole bunch of crazy ass Charleston White clips and they find them all woman groups and shit. It'd be a bunch of old white women or something, and they be all chatting and they throw a clip of Charleston White on there like it's him in the
and he probably talking about raping white women and all kinds of wild shit, right? Like, you know what I'm saying?
That shit hilarious. I hope you catch it. The shit is hilarious, man. And they be wigging out. They think the nigga real on there, like
the dangers, right? Who we got? Crucial Living said, right, LOL. Sharita Shaw said, y'all crazy. You have to be. I think we all are. I think if you listen to my show, you're a little special upstairs. You have to be. You got to be to challenge yourself anyway, right? Like if you're not indoctrinated and roboticized and assimilated, then you got to be a little off because you reject what the masses are telling you. You see what I'm saying, Kamar? If everybody in this room saying that's red and I'm the only one in there saying that's not red, that's blue, I'm a little off. But it might be blue though. It might be blue. And they might pull you aside and say, no, motherfucker, that's red. And you gonna keep
all
saying,
you other niggas learned wrong.
Well, right, but y'all think I'm the one. But y'all think I'm he crazy.
Right. Now I'm the crazy one.
Right. That's how you get that label. He crazy. He crazy. He crazy. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying.
All
man.
You gotta do is think out the box. You be the crazy.
Try your best. He said, whatever, Kevin Kamar, LOL. No, I ain't listening. I'm saying this Ian Jordan. No, Ian hit me like, and he said I called. I said, why? Why? I said, I'm pretty sure he's straight. He'd have called me if it was something major. Like, y'all have to understand it. It's more zen than anything. It's not like I don't have to have like, hey, come on, you good for tonight, man? Because you might be in the middle. So like, why is this motherfucker calling me? If I'm gonna be on the show, I'm gonna be there. I ain't gotta call you at 4. Say, what you doing? Nigga, what you doing? I'm at work.
I don't think we ever did that.
I don't think from the time we started. I think maybe the first time I said, well, come by my house at 7 and we start at 7:30. I think
that was it. That was it. I think you just told me the days after that, and it was on after ever since. No, it started out on Wednesdays, remember?
It was the Warrior Report at first. Yep. I remember.
Yep, it started out on Wednesdays.
It was separate from Outlaw Radio. And
you know what? You might as well just come to all Outlaw Radio too. Well, fuck it, and here we are, right?
Fuck we doing? Like I'm saying, I was doing the Warrior Report, I was doing Outlaw Radio, and I was doing Chocolate City, and I was doing Live from 3041 North on the weekends. So I was doing this shit 5 days a week. People like, yeah, you should have another show. I'm cool. Let me do it right here. I just put everything into Outlaw Radio and said, this is what the fuck we doing from now. Dion said they got AI porn, but who wants to watch that? Who wants to watch AI? Now, hold on, because everybody has a fetish. I want to talk about this like I'm not mature. Everybody has a fetish, and there are hentai porn cartoons. There are some people who like animated porn. So I can't just automatically jump out the gym and say who wants that. But that's not something I'm interested in. Like, I'm not. Like AI, watching real porn is bad enough. So now if you watching it AI, you might need to get some counseling. I'm just saying. You know, Dion says, let me get this chat. He said that motherfucker can tell you the lottery numbers. it is crazy how dependent we all have become on this. And you can deny it. I love people who be so thorough and so mentally above us. They say, I don't do no social media. I don't fuck with none of that shit. I don't fuck with no computers, none of that. But when it comes time to pay a bill or find some services for some shit, hey man, can you show me how to use this? No, you don't need to do that. You don't need that. You don't need the internet.
Hey, you know, somebody say something like that right away. My first thought is like, you ain't business minded. That's why you think, well, I ain't saying that's why. I'm just talking about why I feel like that. Because, like, for me, social media is for marketing. You know what I mean? So if you got a mind like that, that's how you think it.
And the computer's
promote whatever it is I got going on. You know what I'm saying?
And the computer's record keeping, because you can get a program where you can put your numbers in and it'll do that accounting that you would otherwise have to do on your own. Like, I gotta take this paperwork to an accountant and sit down. Now you gotta do is you got an Excel spreadsheet. Hey man, send me if you are on that. I'm just saying it makes sense. Now, also, how would you let something as big as this go on and you pay no attention to it? You have to pay some attention to it. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I would jump in my car right now if I'm going somewhere outside Milwaukee, thump that goddamn address in my shit, and it's telling me take a left at the next. That's better than me pulled over with a big ass map in my hand.
Hey, you know what?
Right here.
Right. Hey, look. Hey, we was talking about this the other day. Like, back we knew how to move around the city. We knew how to get places and shit. Like, now, kids use that GPS. They don't know shit. They don't know nothing how to get nowhere or none of that. No more.
I mean, yeah, why you don't need it?
That suck, dog. That will have to be. Listen, look, think about it. That would have to be irritating as fuck to me. Like, to not know where nothing is, not know where the hell I'm at in the city. You know what I'm saying? I'm just here and I don't know where shit is. I feel like I'm out of town some motherfucking where.
I think as technology progresses and society progresses, you have to learn. You have to change how you learn, right? Because the real basic thing that you need to know right now to navigate anywhere with or without GPS is north, south, east, and west, right? So if I'm going somewhere and I'm going to say, well, where's that at? That is southwest of here. I'm going to be in the ballpark to the point where I can pull over at a gas station and say, where's such and such at? Take next exit.
Right.
So, yeah, you don't, like, my father and them had to know all of. My father drove to Mississippi by himself 17 hours. He knew every back way, every roundabout. He had it in his head. I never seen that dude with a map ever, and we never was late or lost.
Right.
Now I know I'm going to get on the E-way that's taking me steadily south. I don't got to get off. I'm going south, right? So it's how you learn now. It's how you learn.
I remember before GPS, like it was a period of time where, like, I was taking girls up north and shit, right, to the different clubs. And dog, I was sitting up talking. And I'm like, I do not remember how the fuck I was getting to them clubs. Like, I have a map to get me to the city, and somehow I make it to the club. But you know what I mean? Like, shit. Back then it was different, knowing how to find your way some motherfucking where without a computer. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, dog, that's everything.
Yeah.
Knowing how to get somewhere. What if your phone break down some motherfucking where you just lost?
I think back then you had to know, in our age, you had to know 94, east, west, and south, 43, and 41. If you knew those expressways, you could get anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I'm on 94 headed west, or I'm on 94 going south. I'm going to Chicago, right? But if I'm going to Racine or Beloit, I got to get off before
you see on the map, I got to take 94 all the way to 55 to get to St. Louis.
Right. And you see the signs that say next exit.
Yeah, and I used to notice that. I noticed that when I was a kid. Like, watch the signs. The signs damn near will take you wherever you need to go. Like you say, if you know the directions, north, east, south, and west, you could head that way and damn near find your motherfucking way to California. I bet you.
Yeah, well, yeah.
You know, if you know where different cities on the way to California, you can make it to California with no map.
You just want to make sure you're heading west.
It'll take you
Don't
forever.
Don't tell me you're going to California and you start off headed east. Right. Wait a minute. Do you know north, south, east, and west?
Nigga, you going to the lake.
Right. You're going to be sitting there like, where the bridge at? Stop it.
Nigga, you going to the lake.
You going to Michigan.
Beach.
Ace said, hell yeah, college students be cheap. See, when I was in college, they had this, even all the way up through my PhD studies, there was this plagiarism thing where if you didn't use a certain way to cite things in the bibliography of your paper, you could get kicked out of school for the shit. They would say plagiarism. Now they use ChatGPT, they're encouraged to use it. That's you right, they be cheating. Ian said Martin was a gangster. You know, I don't think Martin Luther King was a gangster. I think Martin Luther King was a very profound leader. I think they're like anybody who's trying something, who's doing something revolutionary or groundbreaking. I think he probably zigged when he should have zagged a couple times. I think maybe in terms of, and this is me being an armchair quarterback some 60, 70 years later, which is very easy to do. I always feel like we should have fought for empowerment over inclusion. Like, to me, I don't win a victory by getting to sit at your lunch counter if you don't want me there. I don't trust the food if you don't want me there. I'm not ordering shit from back there. And the sign is saying no Negroes. I think the mistake we were making is then going to the back door and still spending money with those individual businesses, as opposed to saying, fuck them, let's start our own shit. You say, yeah, well, we tried that with Black Wall Street and it didn't work and it didn't work and it didn't work. Well, if you really understand the history and lineage of Black Wall Street, you would know it was actually reconstructed. It was actually put back together a long time ago. And it through the 50s and the 60s, it still thrived. You know what ruined it? Integration. That's what ruined Black Wall Street. When after the initial calamity, it was reconstructed. Look it up. It was reestablished and it thrived. But integration in Milwaukee, we had a Black economic state of being. We spent our money with each other. But for some reason, we wanted to shop with the white man so bad. As soon as they passed integration, we was gone. We was gone. Okay. So let's understand that our power lies in some way corralling our spending power in this country. You can teach them a lesson. The basis of the civil rights movement in the South for Black people was they stopped riding the buses. What happened when they stopped riding them buses? They said, oh shit, we was just bullshitting. Y'all come on. Y'all come on, sit on these buses. You know, I just did the whole include, please let me come. Can I just be there? To me, that was the wrong thing, but I haven't done anything to the effect that Martin Luther King did. So who am I to question him? Crucial Living said, like Tupac having a cooking show on TikTok. Yeah, you see Tupac walking up to Biggie in the club and they shaking hands and they got him walking up to Orlando, the guy that allegedly killed him, and he shakes his hand and gives him a hug. To me, you're doing too much. Stop it with the memes. I hope Martin Luther King's daughter and Robin Williams' daughter are able to get some sort of regulations on this. But then again, it's like, you know, like, I just think it makes it misrepresents and misconstrues what Martin Luther King actually stood for, to have him hollering out GD fool and all this kind of shit. Like, I don't, you know. And Martin Luther King went to Chicago and went to the pool hall and kicked it with folks in them in the 60s. Left a very strong impression. Matter of fact, hustled a lot of them out of some money playing pool. They didn't know he could play pool. He went to putting the stick behind his back and shit. So, and he didn't get money. He got them to bring more of their homeboys. If I lose, I'll give you some money. If I win, you got to bring 10 of your homeboys to hear me talk tomorrow to the church. Y'all look that up. That's a real story. A said that's exactly how I was trying to call cuz on Messenger. LOL. See? Ain't no way Kamar finna answer no Messenger call unless it's a international business.
Hey, look, but here's the thing, right? Like, here's the thing. If somebody called me on Messenger, even like I got a flip phone, right?
Oh no.
So if somebody called me on Messenger, it don't pop up right on my screen. I gotta open the motherfucker. I got to unlock my screen. I gotta go to Facebook. I gotta go to Messenger, and then I can answer the motherfucker if they still on the phone. You know what I'm saying? By that time, so. You know what I mean? Cuz you got my number, man. Why you ain't just call me straight through? We'll just pull up at the Phoenix.
Give you one of these days.
Yeah, just pull up on me, man. You know that.
This is Ian. He said, "Why I gotta be blue? You on Facebook gangbanging? LOL." What am I? That's well, yeah. I don't know.
Blue app.
I'm colorblind. I don't care about that anyways, right? I'm colorblind. I've never been color. Like, oh, he got on. Like, it's never been my thing.
I think we was talking about something being blue. I think.
I'm pretty sure we were. I
pretty sure what it was, but I think that's what he's saying.
No, but I'm just saying, I don't even, when I think of the color blue, I'm not from South Central Los Angeles. I don't think of Crips. I like blue. I love the color blue. I got a lot of blue shit that I don't wear red, not because I'm a gang member, but I don't think big dudes should wear red. Like, you walk around looking like a fire truck, man. Come on. Like, you're too big for that, man. It's like yellow. You will never see me with a yellow fit on. Big dudes shouldn't wear yellow. You know what I'm saying?
You can't have bright colors.
No, tone that down. Bring that down some, man. God damn. Hey, Kool-Aid. Come on, man. Sharita Shaw said, I love y'all. We love you too, and everybody else who supports Outlaw Radio. Please don't hesitate to chime into the conversation. Computer love, man. He said, is my phone charged up? Really? Y'all niggas stay trying to bust me out. Telly done hit me up with the Savoy joint. Now my phone cut off Monday. I didn't charge the phone, and it might cut off tonight because so if you're gonna call, you better hurry up and call. Because I don't, man. Listen, I don't pay attention to shit like that. This is Dion. He said that BS. That's BS. That BS Monday, Kev. People really mad because my phone cut off. Like, damn, fuck, dude. Like, first of all, Kamar wasn't there, and the phone cut off, man. What the Kev slipping? Kev on that stuff, man. Kev on that stuff. Kev. I love y'all, man. I love black people, man. There's no limit to how messy we can get. Let me see. Who's this? He said, what the fuck? He's fucking with me. Sharita Shaw said maps. Right? Like, who fucking carries a map anymore? Like, nobody has a map. It's all on the phone. Mama Jenkins in the chat room. How you doing, Mama Jenkins? She said, good evening, my Outlaw family. Well, I'm going to say these reckless drivers' cars are going to be towed. It's about fucking time. But what about these gangster-ass cops chasing? What about all these cars without license plates? More work to do. I'm going to get to that, Mama Jenkins. Thank you for bringing that up. Ace Cooley said, shit, we also... used to have our phone numbers memorized. Now we get it on the phone and go, yeah, how many people number do you really got memorized now? No, most people, like my son, I don't know my son's phone number by heart. It's in my phone.
I don't know no phone numbers by heart.
I know my wife's because she's had it for so long. I know a couple of my homeboys because they've had the same number for so long. Like, my brother had the same number since the late 90s. Real shit. So I know his shit. Like, but in some people, I'd be like, man, I don't know that shit by heart. Like, you know what I'm saying? But you're right. Nobody has a phone book anymore. She said you remember landmarks. Yeah, when you start going south, goddamn, where Great America at? Because I'm in Northern Illinois. I need to go through Gurney, right?
You go 7 Mile Road. You see 7 Mile, ride past 7 Mile Road.
Yeah, man. You need to know.
Gurney and Great America be about the next landmarks you be looking for.
Yeah. You're right, Crucial.
But that's how you get around. Yeah, but that's how you remember too. That's how you start to remember to move around. And
I remember the shit. I remember Chicago had Jewtown. Yeah, man. People, yeah. You know how to get there too. You ain't had no goddamn map. Stephen Lucas, what it do, man? What it do? Quick. He said you can't trust no ninja though. Absolutely. You can't trust nobody. Mama Jenkins said 116 homicides as of today's date. Sharita Saw said Vice Lord. Uh-oh, she banging on somebody. Almighty. There we go. All is well. What up, self? That's what the brothers used to say in Milwaukee. All is well. He said, I wear yellow, red, green, powder blue, no dark blue. But Steph, you ain't no big dude though, man. Like I ain't no yellow for your homie, man. I mean, maybe a yellow accent. I think yellow and black, depending on how toned down the yellow is, might be cool. But if you see me with yellow pants and a yellow shirt, I'm tripping. And you're gonna make fun of me. Like that nigga is too damn big to have on all that yellow. the magic school bus. I'm not doing it. No red. Green I rocks with. Blue I rocks with. Dark blue, black, brown, gray. You know, I do some burgundies. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't red, bright ass colors. He got on sky blue. The fuck is wrong with Kev? Ian said it's okay to wear yellow if you're a big dude. I got a cousin and he loved looking like the magic school bus. And if he came around me and my people, he'd get ribbed. Somebody would tell him, stop wearing that goddamn yellow, man. You tripping. That's not for you. Earl said you have to know how to read to go anywhere. Damn right. Or you'll get lost. Yes, sir. Ian's gangbanging. He said yellow and black Latin kings in this motherfucker. LOL. Yeah, I know nothing about that. I'm from the north side. I'm from Capital. I don't know nothing about no Hispanic, nothing. But no, Mama Jenkins, what she was referring to, which is a very interesting segue. So Alderman Westmoreland, he had a press conference today where he talked about the fact that they had on the books a law that said if you didn't have insurance, your car could be towed or you would get a ticket. If they caught you for reckless driving, you would get a ticket. They've now come up with legislation that says it doesn't matter whose car you in. It doesn't matter what's going on. If you get pulled over for reckless driving, they can tow your car, even if you have no plates, whatever. That's nice. You know what I'm saying? But you got to catch them. You got to catch them to tow the car. So the problem is not that the cars aren't being towed. I guess in some instances it might be if somebody's, but if you get pulled over in a stolen car and you're speeding, it should be towed anyways. You shouldn't be allowed to pull off. So okay, regulation. I'm with that. I'm with that. But I don't, like you said, Mama Jenkins, I think there's so much more to do. But the whole chase concept at this point has to be reviewed. First of all, there has to be, I think there needs to be a moratorium on it. I think the police need to stop for a second and say, yo, listen, we're not chasing. Until we figure something out, because too many people have been killed. And I don't think it's about chasing them. I think it's about how you chase them. I think there's different ways to pursue someone. Like, we are connected via radio, internet. Like I said, they have technology, Kamar. There's no need for me to take off and go barreling through the streets 100 miles per hour, and I can say he's headed east on Center Street. There should be officers in that area ready to intercept. You see what I'm saying? Like, it just block the street off. He go, oh shit, I gotta turn. You ain't going nowhere down them little side blocks. You ain't getting away. And they can really just box you in and just say, look, he'll be, you know what I'm saying? It's not, the area is not so big that it's undoable. Like, so I think that they need to change the way they chase it.
I'm really on the fence with that whole issue.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm really neither here nor there with the issue with that.
Okay.
Because, like I said, on one end, okay, they driving crazy anyway, killing folks.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But then on the other end, the police chasing, they crashing and killing folks.
Right.
Either way it go, they crashing, killing folks, and driving crazy and shit.
It's true.
So with one of them, it's like, okay, if they chase them, okay, at least some of them start getting caught. You know what I mean? Just reckless driving, people gonna be dying regardless. If they chase them or not chase them, people gonna keep dying. If they don't chase them, these young motherfuckers gonna understand that. Well, they can't chase us. Fuck it. Just run. You see what I'm saying? And then, and the way the criminal mind works, it only gets worse after that. So, like, I'm really on the fence with it, dog. If they don't chase him, I remember on watching that the Kia Boy video with the white dude did for Milwaukee, right? And they whole thing on that video was they ain't gonna do nothing. They ain't gonna do nothing anyway. They gonna let us out. You know what I'm saying? So, like, man, shit. Well, what the fuck? Maybe they should just chase.
So, okay. So,
because it could get worse if they don't.
The way I see that is, and I can understand how you feel, because I think at one point I was on the fence too, because I was saying, no, you got to go after them dudes, right? But I think in this case, like we pointed out, they're killing people anyways via reckless driving, correct?
Right.
Which is something that we don't have control over. It is that individual, and they make a decision, and this is, but the chasing is something we can control. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm just saying, yeah, they're gonna wild out, but they it's what they call exacerbating. You exacerbate it when you actively get behind them, because that takes it to another level. Now, right, you're right in that they're already, people are dying anyways. But that's why I said don't stop chasing. That's why I said don't stop chasing, but change the way you chase.
Right.
So it ain't, no, we're gonna pursue these motherfuckers, because they shouldn't be just getting away with whoop-de-whoop.
And then look, let's talk about how they affecting so many people also. Like, even if they ain't getting chased or they are getting chased, people's lives are affected. The people who cars they stealing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so many other crimes that wrap around that. Motherfuckers stealing cars so they can sell dope out of them. Like, it's so much shit wrapped around that. So it's so many different crimes wrapped around these young motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Just the police chase. That's fucked up. They affected lives in so many different ways with this shit.
So you ever heard, Kamar, you ever heard someone say, and this is funny, you ever heard someone say, I'm sick, right? And I have to take medication. But sometimes the medication is doing more damage than the sickness. You know what I'm saying? Like, so the response should be police are proactive and reactive in terms of going after criminals. But I think the way they're going about it is making the problem worse. That's my only point.
Right.
I feel
like they got to figure out a way to catch them, however they do it, but they got to figure that out.
You have money.
It ain't I don't get paid to figure that out. They do, and they need to figure it out.
Yeah, but they keep telling us they want us to help them. Like, that's what I'm saying. So
how the fuck I'm gonna help you?
Tell me which way.
A motherfucking car going 100 miles an hour down Fond du Lac.
So you have money, and you have manpower. You have a sheriff department and a Milwaukee Police Department, and whether they want to tell the truth about it or not, they work closely together. How and why? You're in the park.
Hey,
I'm on the street. So my point is, if we circle the wagons and say the technology that we have, just the radios, come on, just the radios.
But even at some point, you gotta chase them, though.
Well, but no, you don't have to. You don't have to.
Just so you could radio in where the hell they going.
I don't think you got to chase him though. He headed that way.
This nigga going 100 miles per hour, hit a couple corners, you don't know where the fuck they at. You going 40.
Listen, if you got a chase alert, right? Just hear me out. If I'm set up with checkpoints and I got my technology in place, this whole area is surveyed and connected. So if I hit the button, chase alert, he started off going, I'm just hypothesizing, he started off going east on Capitol, right? I don't chase him. Now, if he turns off on one of those streets, this whole area is under alert. So all the cops in that area at that point can pull to the main thoroughfares and say, here he is. He just flew by until because after a while, what he gonna do? Drive in the lake? Motherfucker gotta stop. When he stops, he just pulled. Boom, we get him. So you don't have to actively get behind him like, oh, he going down Burleigh. Oh, he going down center. It's like, no, I'm passing him up. Like in football, when you play in a zone defense, we're in a zone, receivers are running routes. I'm going to pass him off to the next dude. The corner got flat to curl. If he don't run one of them routes, I'm passing him to the safety. You see what I'm saying? Like it's just, I think it's just, and Milwaukee's not too big to do that. If this was a huge metropolitan, a metropolis, I say, yeah, that's too hard. This shit ain't that big. You go, listen, you run on Capitol, you going to one or two places. You going to Shorewood or you going to Brookfield. It ain't that, it's a straight shot.
I just feel like they spend so much time looking for a motherfucker after they done got away in that area. You know what I'm saying? Where now it's some other shit going on the other end of Capitol. You know what I mean? Now they got the folk, man, that shit. They gotta figure something out, Kev. If it ain't, that's above our pay grade. I'm just saying they gotta figure something out. I'm on the fence with it. You know what I mean? Like if I'm debating with somebody about it, like either way you go, I'm gonna be pointing out views of the other way.
It's cool. That's fine.
You see what I'm saying? But you see what I'm saying? Like, cause that shit is such a fine line.
That's what people do. But I'm gonna say this: you take some of that $200 million and you get a helicopter. You take some of that $200 million, that 200 million, 250, whatever it was, and you buy a helicopter. Put the helicopter in the sky. It can literally damn near buy two of them. One on the south side, one on the. Where you going? Yeah. Where you going?
Hey, look, I can agree with that approach.
Where you going?
I couldn't agree with the boxing in, but I can agree with that approach. We know, like from LA, that shit worked. Them helicopters.
Ghetto bird. And then that, like, and this is tenfold. If you got the box in thing, that helicopter is sitting up there, so you really don't got to chase him now. So he can say, "Hey, Bob,
helicopter help box him in.
He coming down, right? Bob, he going down. Ain't nobody got to move. I'm telling y'all where he at.
Yeah, if the helicopter could get eyes on the car, that's all they need.
Oh man, helicopter go down Capitol Drive from Shorewood to Pewaukee in 15 minutes. Where the fuck are you going? You're not going anywhere. We can see you, nigga. They got helicopters for emergency evacs. They got it for the news.
Ain't no getting away from that motherfucker.
Right. No, put it up there. Let me see. Mama Jenkins in the chat room. She said, Milwaukee is too damn small and there's too many four-way intersections for chasing. They need to change the ways of chasing. Slumdog Millionaire says, out of the police playbook. He said they're going to be using drones. See, Mayor Johnson almost leaked that when the whole Young Twan thing went down, because a lot of people were asking about why you don't have drones. That's coming. You're right, Slumdog. And so even in that case, Kamar, here's another solution. We don't need to buy 2 helicopters. Let's just buy 50 drones. You ain't going nowhere. You're not going anywhere. That motherfucker sitting in the air like, and I ain't talking about the little drones we get off Amazon. I'm talking about the one Obama was using to drop them bombs over there. The military drones. Them motherfuckers ain't.
They need to go on and do that shit, man, so everybody could quit debating about this.
Get it done.
They chase or not. They need to just fix the shit. Do it.
Change the way you chase. Change the way you chase. Orlando Owens in the chat room, he said, family. He said, this is just Slumdog saying they're going to use drones. But yeah, and then as far as the murder goes, the way this was served up as our mayor is, I love how politicians love to get themselves pats on the back. Well, crime is actually down in Milwaukee. There's just a small uptick in homicide. Ain't that the worst goddamn one? I mean, shit. People ain't getting robbed as much, but
minimizing like a motherfucker.
Yeah, it's diversion, Kamar. It is political spinach, not spinach, spinach, spinning you, actively spinning you. Now in terms of, I just referenced Young Twan. There's a story that says somebody's been taken into custody. They said they have the individual who is the shooter. I haven't seen too much more information on that. If y'all up on that story, put it to us in the chat room. But I did see a report that said there was an arrest made in the murder of Young Twan. And there was another brother who was murdered, and I think 2 or 3 other people who were shot. So yeah, definitely need to find him. Mama Jenkins was asking, have they found this killer? They own it. I believe because Milwaukee. A lot of people talk shit. Milwaukee detectives getting your ass. They're not playing. When they own you for some shit, for some murder, they own your ass. This ain't Mayberry. It ain't Barney Fife and them.
Right.
The streets is talking. There's a lot of snitches. So they got this case. They own it. Don't police dumb as hell. Bullshit. Commit a crime.
these niggas out here got information.
Oh my gosh. Oh man.
That shit's in the movies. Talking about niggas ain't snitching. That shit's in the movies.
Stop it. Man, come on. Like it's
niggas snitch now. They welcome him back into the hood these days.
Well, yeah, because you don't know. These dudes ain't doing football numbers for you because he's so gangster. Get out of here, man.
Right.
I know the number one thing most snitches says, I ain't telling on nobody that I know. And they tell on a bunch of other people until it's time for them to tell on somebody they know. He said, this is Ian. He said he on drink number 1. LOL. It's about to get good in my Cat Williams voice. Welcome to the show, man. It's Outlaw Radio Computer Love on a Wednesday night. I'm just making reference to the fact that we are all Velcro to the tit of computers right now. Computers run everything. Our banking transactions that we do, everything online, everything now, this whole internet thing. And it wasn't like this when we were younger. Like when the last time you see somebody write a check in the store? Remember you used to be in the store and somebody would get their checkbook out and they write that? No. Nobody.
Yeah, I remember in school they used to teach you about writing a check, balancing
your checkbook. Yeah. I get pissed off now when I see somebody in the store and I'm behind them. They hold up the whole damn store trying to put their phone up to the thing. I ain't getting no signal. Like, just get a card. we are this internet. That's why we asked the question years ago. We talked about the power grid, the grid that if it ever collapsed, would you be able to survive? Do you know how to hunt and gather? Do you know how to forage? Do you know how to garden? Like, I'm not saying I'm nature man, but just growing up with my dad, from my father being Southern and my mom being Southern, they did teach us how to grow food. They did teach us, my father did take us hunting, show us how to cook. Now, we still ate the same food everybody else did, but my father was big into that. So he would, we hunt squirrel and rabbits and raccoons and all kinds of different animals. And then he would skin them and gut them. And sometimes we would eat them. But do we have those skills? If this shit just went, if electromagnetic bomb went off and the city went dark, who would be able to survive? It would be chaos because people's immediate reaction would be like, I'm finna go to the grocery store and steal all the food that I can. Right? Like, so I can survive. But if you don't have refrigeration, that food, a lot of the stuff you buy from the grocery store, especially vegetables and meat, is going to spoil. What you gonna do then, Willie? That's what I'm saying. Like, there needs to be more of an investment in, and that's why when people talk about we need to be gardening, need to be growing our own food and that kind of thing, I say, yeah, at least learn some of the skills. I don't have a green thumb, but I know how to basically plant some shit and grow it, Kamar. You know what I'm saying?
Well, hey, look, dig this. Even if say, for instance, that happened tomorrow, who's ready?
Right. Who's ready?
You know what I mean? You talking about you got to plant the seed. You know what I mean? Shit, nigga, it's finna be winter. What's finna grow?
That's right.
You know what I mean? Right. So we got to start thinking proactive, like thinking ahead. We should get some shit in some jars or start canning some shit. You know what I mean? Start canning them vegetables that you grow all summer.
Who knows how to do that? Now that's a lost art because my mom knew how to make jelly and canned vegetables. I don't know. I didn't pick that up from her.
You know, that used to of it. I did. That used to actually be a woman's flex on how well she had her pantry. You know what I mean? Her family could eat. We got canned stuff all through here. Like, we good all winter if need be. Absolutely. That was a flex.
Absolutely.
We got food.
Yeah. I grew up with the side of ham hanging in the room in the basement that stayed for real, just straight salted.
Right.
And she'd go down there and cut pieces off of it.
Yeah.
Potatoes on the newspaper on the floor in the basement that she grew in her garden in the summer. You know what I'm saying? Like, got jars of apples, pears. I didn't pick up on all that stuff, just some of the basics of it. But like you're saying, who's gonna be ready?
Who's ready?
You gotta
right
clear.
now.
You gotta
Like
clear the
everybody
soil.
talking all this shit, but you ain't even ready.
Yeah. Yes. You gotta clear that soil. Right. Now, see, if it's cold, then we have to understand how to establish greenhouses. But somebody has to understand that science in order to say, okay, we still gonna be all right. You know what I'm saying? Like,
or
we
even,
are
not even just saying it, but shit, doing it already. If you know this stuff, you need to be doing it, right?
Yes. Practice what you preach.
Because you never know when that time may come, if it ever comes.
You don't know. You don't know.
It's better for us to be ready, and ain't none of us ready. We all slipping.
There's a minute few of us.
We just talking about what we need to do.
I know that I have family, especially like my uncles and stuff. They know how to do all of this stuff to this day. So if something really was to collapse like that, I would say, okay, I'm gonna pool my resources and get south with them, because I know that that's what they gonna do right now. My uncles have cows, chickens, rabbits, goats. Like they have gardens, this 2 acres. And so I would say, I got to get down there. We got to take all the money we got. We got to strap up, do whatever we do, and head south. Orlando Owen says small game. Yeah, that's sustenance. Like a lot of the shit that grows in your yards that we look at, that's weeds. But some of that shit is stuff that was planted a long time ago by somebody who was living here. And when they came and built the houses, that seed grows naturally. So you'd be surprised how much shit you could actually pick out your yard and eat. Like, yo, this is I didn't know this was out here. Ewok is in the chat room. Shout out to Ewok. He says, every once in a while you're gonna need cash. I be tripping on people who don't keep no dollars on them. It's always good to have a 20 or 50 in your pocket that you just keep in your wallet. Because like he said, sometimes you need cash. Like, especially if something coming out that bank account, and I don't need to be fucking with that money. I don't need to fuck with that. I got some money I got some cash in the drawer. Gotta have some. He said fishing, love it. Yeah, I love fishing too. I haven't gotten a chance to go this year. I'm kind of salty about that. But you know, if that's how I had to eat, I would be able to go out there and bring home some bluegills or something, you know. So we can get some catfish, and that's just basic shit that I learned growing up. And I should have did a better job of teaching my kids. I've taken my son fishing, but not hunting. We have gardened here a couple different times, and they've learned. My daughter was way into it. So some dog said, he said, steal cereal, don't have to cook it. What you gonna eat? You gonna eat it dry? You better not. Your milk is gone. Milk is gone. He said, steal him some cereal. Orlando said, I watch a lot of those types of shows and videos. Living off the land.
Yeah, I watch a lot of those shows too, and I think that's why I watch them, because they interesting for that reason.
Yes, there's a lot of Southern shows, Kamar, right now on the internet where they're cooking food and they're showing you, like, in particular, I watch Stale Cracker and like these Cajun dudes in the swamps in Louisiana, and they show how to gut and how to cook clean, but they catch it, clean it, and cook it. So you're right, that's very interesting. I do watch that. I don't know if that's some old man shit or what, or just a fat dude shit. Like, that shit look good. You got to have clean water too. Yes.
Well, I think, I think naturally that's interesting for men, because like we providers. So learning different ways to provide is always interesting.
Yes. Mama Jenkins said, I just made some pear preserves and I got apple Saturday to make some apple butter. These women buy biscuits. I learned how to make them. Man, when I talk about a lot of times, my mother was born and raised in Mississippi in 1942. So growing up, I seen her. There was almost nothing she couldn't make at home, Kamar. Like, I mean, she knew how to take lye and other ingredients and make detergent. Like, soap. Like she knew how to make candles. She had everything we needed. Like of course, we got it out the store, but she would say, you know what, I'm just gonna mess around and make me some candles. Or you know what, I think I'm finna. Find a farm somewhere and they got apples for cheap. So now we got apple jelly, apple preserves, sliced apples, apple sauce, apple
got
juice,
a couple apple pies.
that too, right? So I watched her a lot. You know, I told a story, and I always tell a story about coming home to a garage full of chickens and thinking we now have pet chickens. Until my mother came in the garage and murdered every chicken in there. We ate them chickens for damn near 2 years. I'm just saying. Those are the kind of parents I grew up with. If my back wasn't fucked up, my father, we rode horses and hunted. If my back wasn't fucked up, I'd saddle a horse up right now and take the fuck off. I can't do it no more because my shit's fucked up. But that's how I was raised. That's part of my childhood. So being prepared and knowing, you know, it's a motherfucker, man. You got to know better. He said Ace said he had to take a phone call. We were talking about preparing. Yeah, because of I said it's computer love. We're also dependent on these computers and this internet. And like I tell kids all the time, I remember when the phone would ring and you didn't know who was on the other end of that motherfucker. You'd be like, hello?
Right. You dodge the calls, you can't even dodge the call.
No, don't answer it. You know what I'm saying?
Remember that? Don't answer that motherfucking phone.
And then the answering machine came along and you sit there and be screening your calls like, oh, Mr. Barnes, this is We Energies. We're just calling about you. Be like, see, that's why I didn't answer that motherfucker. So it's crazy, man. This is Orlando. He said it's a lost art. It's a shame, along with medicines. Yeah, man. Yeah. Like all this, we used to do this goddamn cod liver oil, and my mom just had some shit in a jar, and you get a cold, and it was Vicks vapor rub mixed with some ammonia and all kinds of shit. She'd rub your ass all the way down. You wake up in the morning breathing good. So you get a cough. Come here. You coughing? Get that jar out that window. You know what I'm saying? That's all lost. That's all lost. I have this book down here, and I got it a long time ago. It's about old school remedies and old school food. Damn, it's over there. I don't feel like reaching for it. I usually show it. I don't even know if this sister's still alive because she was an elder. She was in GA. She was really rocking with us hard some years ago. She came on the show a couple times and she sent me her book. I'm gonna have to pull it out. I got several books that people have given me over the years who've been on the show. Mama Jenkins said, I'm a city girl, but I watch my mother and grandmother. Yeah, because that was your job back then, you know, and you get put to work. My mother be like, hey, your job is to peel these apples or these pears. I'm canning. I'm making jelly, preserves, pepper sauce, cha-cha, all this stuff. Your job is to cut them, snap the peas. Like, you got put to work. Your ass had to sit there and do it. We also, you know, Kamar, we are at that age where people are leaving and we've seen celebrities. I usually don't get too lost or caught up in celebrities passing away because everybody got to go. But I seen that D'Angelo passed a couple days ago. I'm like, you would think that somebody like Tough Cats, Rough Cats, who's on the block on the street, didn't appreciate or didn't like D'Angelo. I think D'Angelo is another example of why music in the 90s, why black music was so great. Because it was so dynamic. And D'Angelo was a musical genius. Yes, he was literally our generation's Prince. If you have listened to his music. Now, everybody knows his first album. His second album, Voodoo, and I tell people this all the time. Voodoo, in terms of R&B and soul music, is one of the best albums I have ever heard in my life. I still listen to at least 5 songs off that album. Now, the thing that happened with this is the song Untitled. For some reason, they decided to put D'Angelo naked in the video. Right? And this even messed him up. If you research him, this messed him up. That's not what he was about. That's not what he aimed at. He went with the idea. Ladies absolutely loved it, but it misrepresented what that album Voodoo really was about. Like, it should have gotten way, and it was lauded, critically acclaimed. It did sell, but people should refer to it now almost as the R&B All Eyes on Me. It is one of the greatest, especially in terms of neo soul. It was one of the greatest albums you've ever heard musically, and it's all original. It's not samples. It's not computers. This is bands. This is instrumentation. I always kind of waited on the follow-up to it, but it never really came. And the brother had some issues with whatever problems he had, and you can go and look at his biography and see all of that. But and he released the album after that a couple years ago, and I remember listening to it saying, okay, he just getting his groove back. But it wasn't the same as Voodoo. But he had pancreatic cancer. Now, the crazy thing is he has a son by Angie Stone who just died earlier this year, right? They died, 8 months apart? But just D'Angelo is an example of how dynamic we are. Like, we can always innovate. We can make everything better. There's no white artist who could do anything. I don't care. They can bring up all their greatest artists. None of them can even sit on a piano bench with somebody like D'Angelo or Donny Hathaway or Prince or Rick James, or I would say even Michael Jackson, Grover Washington Jr., Herbie Hancock, George Benson, Barry White, Al Green, James Brown. The list goes on and on and on and on of how fucking innovative and dynamic we are as a people. But D'Angelo's from our generation. And it was in the midst of hip hop when all the old heads were saying, that ain't no music. That ain't real music. They don't play no instruments. And D'Angelo was, boom, right there in the middle of the culture. So I'm just, it makes me say, damn, that's fucked up, because I don't feel like he got his flowers. Maybe he has. Come on, I'm pretty sure he's been honored in a lot of different places. I haven't kept up with it, but I just feel like he should be way more celebrated. And I hate when somebody dies and then they have to get that credit. But
yeah,
this brother,
I feel like he was underrated.
Okay.
I don't know what cut his career short, but like, I know a lot of artists, they get caught up in a bad deal. And you know what I'm saying? And sometimes that do it. I don't know if that's what it was with him, but he was definitely underrated. You know what I'm saying? I remember listening to his music, man. I remember some nights after the bar, and I told Ticey this story. Like, I remember listening to D'Angelo riding in his Cutlass. I had a 76 Cutlass Broham with T-tops. And I remember I used to like to play his music late at night after the bar on my way home and shit, bumping D'Angelo on the way to the crib.
Oh, my God. Kamar, listen, Voodoo. This is my youth, man. This is me pre-marriage. When I go pick up a sister back in the days, I'm playing D'Angelo. It's like you said, I'm leaving the bar. I'm
brown sugar.
Man, Voodoo, just that album is so many songs.
That whole album. Yeah.
Send It On. The first one was dope. The first one was really dope, Brown Sugar. But Voodoo was just, it's like 8Ball and MJG in our lifetime. Mm-hmm. One of the coldest rap albums you will ever hear. And people don't give it his credit. It's like, man, what the fuck is it? Was their last one on Swab House? I don't want to get off D'Angelo, but I'm just saying, even us as in the streets, like even us dudes who wasn't like Boys to Men, we ain't riding around with no punk ass shit playing. He'd slide that D'Angelo in the deck, and and listen to it. Is, man, just a genius, man. And this is going on at a time when black music is, because you got Erykah Badu with the whole neo soul movement. It was an explosion of creativity. And it's just, man. And now you said you didn't know why his career halted. Because I was looking for a follow-up to Voodoo, I actually, back in the days, be like, where the fuck is D'Angelo? So that's how I found out, like, he was catching DUIs and he was having problems. He was going to rehab. He was having problems with drugs and all this. And it kind of sidetracked his career. But what it all goes back to is what they say is what happened because of the Untitled video. because that created an image of him. Like if you watch it after that video, he got fat. he said, "Man, that's not me," and all of a sudden he was fat because he was like, "I don't even want that. That has overshadowed my music." And this was a musical dude, man. Most artists, most geniuses are very sensitive about their shit. They don't want it portrayed in a certain way, but they'll go along, with what the label says. But yeah, man, that's a loss for us. That was 51 years old. Man, I'm about to hit 50. We gotta go to the doctor. That's just that kid. You gotta go to the doctor, man. Yeah, just make sure everything right, man. Like shit, man. Like I don't. It's sad, man. But I know God has a time. We all got a date. You know what I'm saying? We all got a date. So I can't really question, and I'm not that upset about it. I'm just, God, what is you doing? I'm just saying I'd like to have gotten another voodoo. I'm selfish. If I could have just got another one that was similar, I would feel better. 2 albums, 3 albums ain't enough. That dude should have had like 30, 40 albums, man. Ace says, don't you think that is coincidence that he died 9 months after Angie Stone, especially after she found that Clive Davis owed her a shit ton of money? No, I don't think it's a coincidence. He had cancer. She died in a car accident. Everybody got a date. Kamar, you think that's a conspiracy that they died?
No, I think if any, hers may have been, but not him.
Okay.
He been sick for a while.
So we didn't know because it was such low key.
Right.
He wasn't a dude who wanted to. He wasn't a hound for the cameras. Like you didn't see this dude like, right. As big as he was, you didn't see him. He moved the way he moved. So I didn't know, and I'm pretty well versed on what's going on. Right. But yeah, man.
Oh, go on, man.
This is Orlando says so. So his girl, baby mama, passed also. Yeah, Orlando, Angie Stone. Look her up. You might, Orlando. You might want to get in touch with your coach. Orlando said his girl died too. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, man. Come back from the Sheboygan State Fair, Orlando. What the fuck? What the fuck is going on? Listen, is there a stimulus check coming? There's a rumor that there's supposed to be a stimulus check coming. Is because we asked this question, Kamar. If DOGE and all these and Trump and them came in and stripped all these agencies, and I know it's a shutdown right now, but where that bread at that you supposedly saved from cutting out all this excessive spending? Is a stimmy coming? Mm-hmm. Now this is the same discussion we had last time, Kamar. If the stimmy comes, are you accepting yours? Like last time people was like,
of course, I ain't I'm gonna accept it like a motherfucker,
and still not vote for him.
Still not vote for him.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. We got a caller on the line. Caller, what's going on, man?
What's going on, kid?
What's up, Orlando?
It's the big O, baby. So no, I remember D'Angelo. I kind of briefly knew that him and the lady was together, but I didn't really, I'm past that phase of my life, so I didn't know she passed. So I did not know that she passed. So no, it was those some interesting times with D'Angelo, and you had a few other, men. I guess men vocalists that brought a certain, I'm not a music, critic or know all the music, but there's a few that kind of brought back like, the Teddy Pendergrass husky voice back, with Ja Rule, not Ja Rule, but what was the other cat name? Man, I forget the brother name, but that I would play. So okay, I ain't trying to hear the singy songy dudes and the, I ain't nothing against that. But I would say,
what was that sound? What was that sound you just made? What was that you just said?
The singy songy guys. Now I wanted, if I'm gonna listen to some, to the slow grind and the slow groove at that time when I wasn't quite in my face like I was, I wanted to hear something a little bit more masculine. Masculine men speaking about, different things and, laying a story out on how things were and how things, is. And so I, definitely, it's a loss. I didn't know, I know that I remember the females going crazy over that one video. The females just went bananas over. It made me get back in the gym, whatever. But
oh no, it made you get in the gym
at that time. At that time, and I'm back there now. But I remember the females going crazy. I'm just not a if I'm gonna listen to men sing, I want to be part of the masculine, side of it. I'm not going for the sweet. Although I'll be respectful. I do remember Prince, and how he said, I saw Purple Rain, so I remember like the women went crazy. So I can respect D'Angelo and a couple other guys during that time. I forget the brother name, man. It was a couple guys during that time, but D'Angelo definitely was a standout. No doubt.
Well, okay. The point that I'm hearing you make, even though you are foggy on the details, which is fine, but there was a time in our culture where masculinity was prevalent, and so you talk about Jaheim, you talk about Tank, you talk about Jodeci, you talk about Teddy P, you talk about R&B singers that represented masculinity, Keith Sweat, Maxwell, even though Maxwell was a little light, just cool. What Prince did was Prince rocked with a lot of androgyny. Like Prince, as genius as Prince was, there was a lot of feminine sensibilities to him. And I think I'm not saying he was gay, but I think he prospered because he was open to his feminine side. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think when you look at how Prince dressed, or in some of the, like, and I'm doing a horrible rendition of him, but the music was dope. He's a genius, but there was a lot of feminine sensibilities. He literally made a song where he say, maybe I'm just like my mother. You know what I'm saying? But there was some masculine singers that we had, Charlie Wilson, and you had Roger Troutman, and funk is a male sport. So we are funky when the whole Parliament, all that Georgia, those were masculine dudes. So I get what you're saying. And like I said, that whole attitude of Jodeci, that whole era of Drew Hill, all these dudes, all these R&B singers, Donnell Jones, Case. I still listen to a Gerald Levert. These was masculine dudes. They wasn't wearing nail polish, wearing purses. They wasn't. They was in the interview. Give it to me. Come on, bend it over now. Like it was a real sense of masculinity. So I agree with you on that. Go ahead, Kamar.
No, I was just gonna say, man, to Prince's defense with that line, what I mean? He was just saying he liked his mother because she never satisfied. I just had to Prince's defense, right? But that was the thing, though. That's like what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? You never really knew. Like, you hear people say Prince probably gay or whatever, but you never knew. But he was always with fine women, and you know what I'm saying. But to his defense, I'm trying to stick up for him, right?
And you have to, because he was so genius, Kamar. And listen, I'm not just, you know what? I've gone through this dilemma because I'm one of them dudes. Once again, I'm a black. When it comes to black music, it is one of my main loves. Right. So I'm gonna watch old shit. Like, I watch old footage, and you see this dude come out with some bikini drawers and a trench coat and some high heel boots, and it's like it's hard to excuse that until you listen to the song he's playing, which might be Head, or it might be, I Want to Be Your Lover or something like that. I was just saying he was entirely in touch with his feminine side. And he was able to say, maybe I'm just like my mother. Because Papa Was a Rolling Stone was the song we was raised on. The only thing his mama said was your daddy wasn't shit. That was the only part she had in the song. So
I think right there, I think that it's definitely complicated in that. But I think what Prince did, because when you hear him talking in his, I guess not his falsetto, and that dude, the whole Dave Chappelle skit was crazy. Like, this dude, man, again, I went to the movie. I did not go to a concert, but, I respect the fact. But again, I definitely bought. I bought, the young man. I did bought D'Angelo. I bought his CD. I bought that, bro.
Yeah, if you were young in the mid 90s, yeah, you, especially if you like women, yeah, you had D'Angelo shit. Like, it was dope. It wasn't, you didn't feel compromised by listening to it and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? If I'm riding around now listening to Frank Ocean, and I know, Orlando, you probably don't even know who Frank Ocean is, but I'm not riding around bumping Frank Ocean because people would care. What the fuck you listening to? My guys would be, but if I got back in the days, you hopped in and, what, you listen to D'Angelo? Hell yeah, man, I just dropped my girl off. Oh man, that shit tight. I like that. So masculinity there was a point, and rap with all of this, it was just an era of, women being women and men being men, and artistically we expressed that definitively. It's changed because the line is a lot more fluid now. So you might see your favorite R&B singer with a skirt or with a purse. If Gerald Levert had came out with a Coach bag at an award show, we'd have been pissed. Fuck wrong with Gerald Levert?
I would say this. Even when, you and I, Kev, the days we grew up, there was a time that the switch kind of flipped. There was a certain set of music that we definitely rolled through the day, but there was a switch that clicked in after 8 o'clock, after 9, or whatever your time. There was a switch that okay, it's time to mellow out. It's time to, okay, let me, it's time to, you say, well, what I'm doing tonight after I done left the bar. What we doing tonight? The switch clicked in, like, okay. And it was certain, like you said, certain ones that we played that, I feel like this dude feels me, understands what I'm saying as far as like a man, and the women like it. But there definitely is a switch that a certain time. You can't ride around on alert like, consistently all the time. There got to be a time you say, okay, I'm going to bring it on to the house.
One of the things that people talk about with Tupac is the fact that, and this is what they say, I never say this, but it's how they describe him. They say all the women loved him and all the men wanted to be him. I didn't want to be him. I thought he was a dope ass rapper. I thought the energy in terms of black nationalism and revolution, and his Panther lineage was very impressive. But all women loved Pac. Women love Tupac. Ain't even up for debate. So there's some artists who have that appeal where it's like, yo, the ladies love that cat and the dudes rock with his music. And sometimes it's just a dude who we rock with his music and ladies be like, play something else. I don't want to hear that shit. Like, what you doing? Let me go to the chat room. He said, this is Ian said, you a fool. Sheboygan State Fair, LOL, and slavery didn't help build America. He said, A said, Orlando probably got it mixed up with Jaheim. Slumdog.
Guys during that time, you're right. I wouldn't be confused, but I was struggling for the other artists during that time that was kind of masculine voice.
There was a lot going on, man, back then. There's a lot of brothers singing in. Slumdog said Guru died. Absolutely, Guru died too young. But what a mystery. What a set of circumstances behind the death of Guru. That's a story that's very disturbing. Please, if you love Gangstar, DJ Premier, and Guru, Keith E, listen, one of the dopest, if you're a hip-hop head. Gangstar was them dudes. But man, it went crazy at the end. What was this about? It was crazy. I'm gonna let y'all go look that up. Ian said Maxwell, he's naming off some artists. This is Ewok. He says, if Orlando goes to the gym and lose weight, he gonna go from looking like Grape Ape to looking like Magilla Gorilla. Okay. Okay. Slumdog, you're right. That's the moment Orlando's talking about. The quiet storm. That used to be a thing. So you knew when you get with your lady, it's time to bring the lights down, slow the tempo down. A lot of these sisters now don't want to hear that shit. Turn this slow ass shit off. Put on some sexy red. My booty hole is brown. Like, oh shit. Okay, my bad. I wouldn't want to be a young man trying to date out here for nothing in the world. Good Lord. Rest in peace to D'Angelo, man. It's very, very sad, man. This is something else I want to talk about. I got so much other stuff to talk about. I'm glad y'all here. I'm trying to say, okay, so I'll go here first. So, one of the things we've talked about a lot on the show, in particular myself, you hear me utilize the terminology bed wench or Sambo, right? Like, and I don't say Uncle Tom because if you know the real truth, Uncle Tom was actually the good guy. He was trying to help black people. He was really trying to help move the needle forward. I call them Sambos or buck dancers. But we talk about the controversy of interracial relationships all the time. Black America, this conversation has never left the rotation. More often than not in America, when you see a successful person of color, a foundational Black American, whether it be like an actor, a singer, an entertainer, an athlete, a lot of times they're going to come out and they're going to have a white wife or husband. Some of our most famous celebrities that we love in the Black community are married outside the race. And sometimes it's a Latino or sometimes it's an Asian or whatever. But when it's white, Black people, the conversation starts. And so the question has always come down to, can you still be considered a real Black dude who loves his people and marry a white woman and vice versa? We've talked about that on the show. I'm one of those people who is never, ever going to tell anybody who they should be with. You know, first of all, it's very hard to find somebody that actually loves your ass anyways. It's very hard to find somebody that genuinely cares about you, race aside, culture aside, to find somebody that's real enough to be with you, because relationships are hard. Marriage is hard. You think you hard because you on the corner flipping crack? If you've been married for 20 years, you's a bad motherfucker. I'm telling you right now, you're hard. Trust me, I know. It's the roughest shit ever. And so it's hard to find somebody who you can vibe.
Nigga, that's gangster.
That's gangster. Right? You can't tell me shit. I was locked up for 12 years. I've been married 20-something years. Oh, shit.
Nigga. That's hard time.
I've been on the yard, player. What you talking about, man? So I'm critical a lot of times, and I'm gonna be honest with you. If you love us, this is one thing. I'm gonna say. This is my opinion on this. If you're a Black man and you understand the beauty of being Black, and you understand the dynamic nature of being a Black man, and you enjoy all that we embody culturally, artistically, intellectually, spiritually, physically, I've never understood how you don't love Black women. I don't understand how you can be a Black man and don't have an intense love for Black women. You can take the top 7 most beautiful women you've ever seen in your life. If you're a Black man, 4 of them are Black. I'm talking about Black, American Black, maybe just melanated from Trinidad or from some island somewhere. Black women are the most important natural resource on this planet. So if you say, I love us, I love me, I relish the experience of being a foundational Black American, I don't understand how you can't vibe with a sister. It happens. Shit happens. Shit happens. Okay? But there's a question mark. I've always said if you have a woman who's not Black, in particular if you have a white woman, it doesn't make you necessarily a sellout or a coon, but it does make you compromised. And I'm saying that because the nature of any real relationship involves compromise. When I talk about how tough marriage is, when I talk about relationships, the most difficult part of it is compromise. How can I exist with somebody else who's not my family, not kin to me, that I met one day? We're trying to create a whole new lineage. It is hard. It's not easy. Unless you want to be domineering and all you're going to do what the fuck I said, and then that's a whole different set of issues. So I'm always looking at people who are not, if you're a brother and you ain't with a sister, I'm going to say, okay. Because you love your white woman, and part of you has to be empathetic and sympathetic to white people. You can't say, fuck these hunkies, and your wife white. When you get pissed, all these white people be tripping, and she's sitting there, you might have to do a sidebar like, no, baby, see, this is what I'm saying. People, no, my white girl different, Kev. Whatever. So I said all that to say, Serena Williams, and I made fun of this, was in a Super Bowl show with Kendrick Lamar. She was crip walking. She was hood boogering. And then she went home to her billionaire white husband. Okay? to me, what signal are you sending to us? Like, what is this? So Serena came out and she's out of touch. Obviously, she's a little tone deaf because she is what? Compromised. She's complaining about an exhibit in a hotel with some cotton balls on it. That's racist. Maybe to you, I don't see that as racist. I mean, most of us, the clothes we got on are made out of cotton. I don't know if people understand what all cotton is utilized to make. Stephen A. Smith and a lot of others critique her. I seen memes up where it was like Serena crip walked and made fun of Drake. They not like us at the Super Bowl, and then went home to this, and it was a picture of her and this dude. He was super pale. Sister say, he got money though. That's fine. If that's what you in it for, that's fine. If your ass is for sale, that's your choice too. I'm not here to tell you can't sell your ass. That's your ass. Sell it if you want to. Your integrity. Man, put a price on your ass. There's nothing wrong with that if that's how you want to live your life. So I seen where, I guess this dude, Alex Ohanian, he has money. He's a millionaire, billionaire. He's on First Take with Stephen A. Smith. And Stephen A. Smith was talking shit after Serena was on Super Bowl saying, you on stage with your ex-boyfriends, because she's to date Drake, I guess, his enemy, making fun of him. Stephen A. said you should divorce her right away. A lot of people had something to say, but he pulled up, the white boy pulled up on First Take and was like, yo, I heard you got marriage advice for me. Stephen A. soft-shoed. He soft-shoed. Whenever it's an issue with something one of us did or said, Stephen A. is out there spitting fire. I've even heard Stephen A. say, I don't care what Black America says. You ain't had no smoke for this white boy. I'd at least said, oh yeah, I did say that, man. If I was joking around, I was talking shit, man. I'm fucking with you. Ain't no way I'm soft-shoeing. But then again, if the white dude really want to step to people for what they're saying, come on. I tell him to his face, your wife is a bed wench. And I wish you would do anything to me. You're a millionaire. If you push me, I would fall and not move for 3 years. You're going to pay me. But I'd tell you, yeah, your wife is a bed wench. Look, her skin has mysteriously gotten lighter since she's been with you. She's on Ozempic. She's lost her curves. And then she goes to a hotel and be like, that racist with that cotton. Get the fuck out of here, Serena. Stop it. Listen, I'm not knocking her philanthropic efforts. I'm sure she donates a lot to Compton, where she's from. But I think it's very, very alarming that you take somebody like their father, who they made a movie about, who went into Compton, California, and took ass whoopings just so they could practice on the tennis courts in the park. Strong black man. Real hard-headed like we are, outlaw. And neither one of y'all fuck with black dudes? That says a lot about what happens to us when we get that little bread. We get that little money. Then we start becoming colorblind. 10 years ago, white men were saying she looked like an ape. We as black people were defending her. Then a white man came along and said, oh, baby. Oh, that's my Rodney Dangerfield voice. Oh, baby. Come on with me. So yes, so hold on. She's a bed wench, and I think any black man, this is the one thing we need to get back to, because we just spoke on masculinity. When you say something, stand on it. If you said she's a bed wench when little cuz show up, yeah, I heard you. Yeah, motherfucker, I said that shit. And some of your people might call you a nigger lover. What you gonna do about it? You gonna step to everybody? So I just thought Stephen A. looked bad. Willie D and a bunch of other dudes who I listened to just criticizing him. But I don't know. Kamar, if you probably don't even have an opinion on that, but if the white boy stepped to you and said, yeah, Kamar, I heard you, and you talking about if she should be with a brother, what would you be like? Oh man, I didn't really mean that, Alex.
No. As a man, you need to say what you said.
That's right. That's right.
Bottom line.
Stand on your
stand
shit.
Stand on it.
Yeah, you said it, motherfucker. I was just playing. I was just playing. No, I said that shit. What's happening? So this is my chat room. Slumdog says Shannon Sharp. Yeah, look at the absolute debacle. Shannon Sharp. Let me get Shannon Sharpe. And I like Shannon Sharpe's content a lot of times. He just had a dope interview with Scarface where he actually, it was so clever the way they did it, because half of it would be a question about a song, and then Scarface would do some of his classic songs. Had a band and everything.
I saw that. That was dope. The way Scarface did that shit, he start off with a conversation and then break down into the song. Yes. And the way he rap it was like he was talking to Shannon Sharpe.
It was dope. It was dope.
Dope as fuck.
I've seen some other interviews that he's done. I said, yo, that was a good interview. You know what I'm saying? He's a little shuck and jive-ish to me. Oh, no, you don't. Don't do that. Oh, no. What you say? What you say? I don't like all that.
Very shuck and jive-ish.
Okay, yeah. I just want to make sure I called it the right thing. Shuck and jive-ish.
Very shuck and jive-ish.
Okay, was that the show? I think maybe on PBS when they have the artists in that room, they got a bunch of books behind them.
No, that wasn't Tiny Desk. It wasn't Tiny Desk. Although Scarface's Tiny Desk is ridiculous too. Just too ridiculous. If you are into that. But no, this was the Club Shay Shay thing. He's not all bad. I thought what he did with Cat Williams was entertaining. It blew the whole roof off the whole game, but I thought the shit was funny as a comedian. I'm like, why do people think he's supposed to come on here and say something intelligent? But yeah, there's this thing about him where he loves to have him, a white woman. And listen, brothers, if you are out there right now, you like, see, I ain't fucking with Kev on this because I love white women. It's all good. I'm not telling you to leave your white woman. I'm just saying.
Hold on. Who said they let the white? Who said that, Kev?
Well, it's a lot of brothers who now see. Don't do that, Orlando. Don't do that, Orlando. Wait a minute.
Cat Williams said he would love. I did see the Cat video with Say, and I don't follow Club Shay Shay just because I'm not a fan, but I do pop in for certain videos, and I remember the one with Cat. I do, but I was just saying like, who's out here? I do like white. Who said that? Was it Shannon?
No. Shannon had a white. He got caught up with the young white girl, and had to pay her $25 million. Shannon got caught up with her. And I don't know if Shannon's ever had a sister either. But once
I lost for a minute, Kev. I'm sorry, my fault.
No, I was trying to merge the call. No, I was saying, no, Shannon got caught up with the young white girl. He had to pay $20+ million, and a whole bunch of crazy stuff came out about it. And I'm never even at a brother, I'm sorry, about what he does in his bedroom either. That's not my business. But if you got a history of all white, like Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx is one of the most talented black entertainers we've ever had. I have never seen Jamie Foxx with a sister. Never ever seen him with a sister. But when he does a concert or an album or a movie, he wants us to support it. So I'm just saying, you're a little compromised. If you ain't rocking with us, what we say, Kamar, if you ain't with us, you against us. That's pretty much what it comes down to. And we're in a situation where we haven't necessarily, as black men, done what we need to do to solidify our community and take care of our women so that we can be back at the head of our families. So I don't think we got room to really be straying. Now, if we was all handling our business and everything was good in the community, I say, man, y'all gonna get y'all some white girls, man. Spread this shit around, right? We need the barges. But I'm just saying, like, we should be worried about, our focus should be on dealing with our women in our communities. Ian Jordan says, I like all women personally. I don't generalize, date, and love who you want. I love women too. I'm married, obviously, to a black woman, but I'm saying I can appreciate that all women are beautiful. But if it comes down to life choices, where I'm going to deal with a woman that is going to be with me, it got to be a sister. It has to be a sister. I can't. There's just a relation. My mom was a black woman. My grandmother's was black. Like, we're foundational. It's black back as far as you can go with one white person or one white person there sprinkled in, depending on what year you're talking about. Because even some of them white dudes said, shit, I need in on this. Ian says Stephen A. Smith went after Jasmine Crockett too, which is some sellout shit. I'm going to get to that. Sharita Shaw said, oh, he says she ain't never looked like an ape. She didn't fit the traditional mold of what, see, because there was a European beauty standard that they lived on for a long time, because We seen white women, you know, how they look, whatever, flat booties, no curves, you know, straight blonde hair, whatever it was, really no savoir faire or flash. Black women brought all that to the table, to the point where you got white women going to get surgery to get a booty or get lips or get suntans, all this kind of shit. Like the whole world emulates us. The whole world copies off of us. So I don't see, maybe it's a mental thing. I don't know. Sometimes it's access. You know, you got access to white women. That's what you deal with. But I still think as a black man, it does make some sort of statement if you're not with a black woman. Gotta say it. Sorry if you're offended. This is as Ian said, Brad has always been a genius, good dude on top of it. Love him a lot. He said, very good single black women out here. Come on, what you think about this now? Because I think we've talked about this before. So brother got him a white woman, but he got on the garb. He's come on, power to the people. Come on, it's all about us. And then he got Becky. What you think about this, brother?
Well, I know a few brothers, right? Like started out like years ago. You know what I'm saying? We out here, you know, they wasn't on thinking like that. They didn't had a mindset of they wasn't pro-black. We just niggas out here. You know what I'm saying? So back then, a lot of brothers was just out here fucking. You know what I'm saying? Got a white girl, dog. I got a white girl, nigga. I'm see what I can get from her and all that type shit.
Mm-hmm.
Slipped up, had a baby.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Now these same brothers are stand-up men, so they stay to take care of their kids.
Mm-hmm.
Now, at some point in life, they wind up getting some kind of awakening. You know what I'm saying? Where their consciousness start rising. You know what I mean? And they may feel a bit different, or they may feel stronger about the black community now. You know what I'm saying? Because their consciousness rose. Like, I done seen those situations before like that. So now it's like, well, I got a baby by a white girl from who I used to deal with time ago, but I don't fuck with white girls no more. But then I got some brothers, friends who wound up fucking with a white girl like that and then just stayed in it because that was their family. You know what I'm saying? But they still for the community. But so then I saw some other brothers that did that. You know what I'm saying? It's straight way to the left. You know what I mean?
He's gone. He's gone. You see him with some tight ass Dockers on.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And I don't knock who nobody fuck with. You know what I mean? I'm way past, I think I done grew past that stage, you know what I'm saying, to be giving a fuck about who somebody dealing with, because I got my own shit I'm trying to deal with. You know what I mean? Like, as well as every other man, you know?
So is there any accuracy to my statement that it does not make you less of a black man? It doesn't make you a sellout or a coon, but it does compromise you a little bit because you got to compromise with her.
Well, I would say, yeah, because you know what I mean? Like, if people don't know you and they look at you, they see you different.
Right.
They don't, you know what I mean? They don't know that you ain't that.
Right.
So, yeah. So, in a sense, yeah, you will be compromised a bit.
I would think so. Dion is on the line. Dion, what's on your mind, man? What's going on?
Hey, guys. How y'all doing?
We're okay, man. You all right? You sound kind of bad. You got a cold or something? What's up?
No, I'm just, I guess because the way I'm laying down, I'm on Instagram and shit, looking at shoes.
Don't be whack 100 laying on your stomach listening to the show now. Don't be laying across the bed.
No. But other than that, chilling, man. Just sitting back listening to y'all, man. You know, I listen to the show. You know what I'm saying, and then we not talking about no politics. You know what I'm saying? That other shit. Sometimes I chime in, but sometimes I don't. You know what I'm saying? So I just, you know, I like to be informed and stuff. That's really about it. But then, you know, sometimes I like to chime in for the shenanigans and shit. So, no, but I'm just sitting back listening to y'all, man. Hey, welcome back, boy. You know what I'm saying? That's really about it. What you been on, kid?
I'm good. And I think the conversation about white and black relations, especially in terms of interracial relationships, is very pertinent. And I think it's political as well. Because especially when we start to talk about who we are, how do we define ourselves? Who our collective identity, each individual is what they say is the sum of all. Like it's all of us. And so, you know,
I mean, you know,
so, but I'm just saying it's political because we start to talk about, and Kamar just referenced this. There are a large amount of brothers who get with sisters and have biracial children that pretty much push them towards being white. They don't entertain, they don't identify with us. Kendrick Lamar say they not like us. And I think that puts a dent in us too. That's kind of like, because look, how many Asian women do you see really leaving the Asian culture? Like, you know, of course, there's a white man somewhere saying my wife's Asian. Most of the time, Asian women gonna be with an Asian man. Latino women, they're gonna be with a Latino man, and so on and so on and so forth. And that's why they have strong solidarity. They have very strong solidarity. Now, if you just open in there, like you open to everything and anybody, it don't matter, black, white, green, fucking, then what's your identity?
I definitely agree with you on that though, because I was watching something the other day about Clarence Thomas, and then they brought up his wife Jenny Thomas, and you know, like, you know, that right there, I just don't understand, you know. But you know, me myself, in my opinion and my personal beliefs, like I said time and time again, I never been with nobody else but a black woman. I ain't never slept with a Mexican, Puerto Rican, Asian, none of that, or white, you know. So I just believe that us as people should stay with our own kind. That's an opinion. Now, does my opinion necessarily mean any validity to it? No, that's just how I feel, because I don't know. I just feel like any type of intimate dealings with the oppressor, but you know, people quick to say, well, it wasn't their family that, but you know, it's just white, you know, just dealing with white people on an intimate and personal level like that. To me, you know what I'm saying, knowing that what they did to us, you know, that's like, I don't know. So, but I also know,
but hold on,
that
you just made a great point. You just made a great point, because now this is for my brothers who got a sister, right? You watching TV. The Roots series comes on. You're on the internet. All of a sudden, you got these reels about something that happened, some egregious act of violence or some calamity executed upon the backs of black people. We're sitting there watching this. I'm sitting there with my wife. She's a black woman. She's saying, "Yo, that's crazy. That this is how they've been doing us for years." We can have a conversation that's based on the understanding of what we faced as black people in this country. If I got Becky there, and I'm not Dr. Umar, so I'm not telling y'all brothers to walk away from your Beckys and your Bills, but that conversation changes if Becky's sitting there. She's like, oh my God, I can't believe they really, like, oh my, I don't understand. She's not going to understand it. She can't empathize. She can't sympathize. When my mixed son goes, and I can be living in this lily white suburb, and my mixed son is going to school and he's getting harassed because the other white people saying he's a nigger. She's not going to understand it. She's going to be like, what do you mean? I don't understand. You really think it's just because he's black? Like, you got to have a sidebar with her. Like, check this out, baby. This is the real deal on our people in this country and what is happening. To me, that's compromised. I ain't got, my wife already know when it's go time. She already know when some racist shit happening and we in real time, she can shoot me a look and I'm out. Hey, I'm right with you, baby. You see this bullshit? I don't necessarily want to be with somebody who need for me to explain. Sometimes it's go time. I don't need to listen. Come on now. You got to understand. We need to, hey, y'all, we already know what the fuck this is. Let's ride. Like, that's just kind of like a relevance. You know, something that I have. I feel like that's a connection between black men and black women, that we understand what we've been through. And sometimes we can just rise above because we both understand what we're up against. Neither one of us is naive. And sometimes when you got a white girl, she said, I don't see you like that, Latron. You know, first of all, his name is Latron, you know what I'm saying? So,
believe it or not, a person is just because you dating outside the race, that don't necessarily mean you're not racist neither.
Well,
you feel what I'm saying?
You know, some people have self issues. They have self.
Yeah, that don't mean you're not racist.
When you hear you hear a lot of black dudes say you can't have shit with no black woman. You can't have nothing with her. So it's like, yeah, whatever. Oh, okay.
Yeah. A lot of people, like my guy, one of my close partners, he don't date nothing but white women. I give him shit about it all the time, and that's just like believe it or not, you can breed the black out of a. If y'all have biracial children, you can breed the black out of it. I think maybe in the second, maybe third generation.
Yeah.
Me and my girl, we was talking about that today, and I was using, and she brought it up. It's like we was in sync with one another. Patrick Mahomes. And Patrick Mahomes, he married to a white girl. If his daughter married a white man, they have a baby.
Black gone.
That child.
Black gone.
And then you know what I'm saying? So they have a great, maybe a great grandfather, which is him, that'll be black. But that black is gone though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That black is forever gone. So
good point.
Look,
Sharita Shaw's in the chat room. She said, "Kamar, stop." Ian said, he said, doesn't compromise you if you're dating Becky as long as you are not a sellout. Well, it doesn't matter. See, that's where this. That's where
I'm feeling
I
agree with you.
Well, that's where the line gets muddy at, though, because I could say, well, I sniff a little cocaine, but I ain't no drug addict. You know what I'm saying? Like Kev, you are. Yeah. Like I'm saying sometimes we have to justify things for ourselves. So you could say I might be married to a white girl, but I'm straight up black. But you know what you're going to be doing most of the time as a result of that? You're going to be overcompensating. Now you got to show everybody, or you got to make a point. And it ends up a problem between y'all because she's like, I don't understand why you have to act like this all the time. And you like, because these motherfuckers stink. Because it just leads to some behaviors that manifest themselves. You know what I'm saying?
It leads to very unnecessary conversations on who is black and who isn't. And things go from 0 to 100 unnecessarily. That's what it leads to. Like, okay, I'm married to, whatever, but I'm black. But I still support black, and anyone who calls me out on that, now we ready to do the next level. It's unnecessary because again, we shouldn't question, the individual, but nonetheless, your decision making is what it is, and now you become heightened, and you want something to happen because
I believe it does. Orlando, I believe it does change things. Like if you are on the front line of the struggle. Like you eat, sleep, and shit, the struggle. Every day you going out trying to make a difference, you're fighting. And this person does not have that same thing. Now, they might be subject to it because they're with you. You know what I'm saying? Like her family might disown her. So we can't say it don't matter. And we can't say the conversation is unnecessary because I question people who ain't married to a black woman sometimes. Like, do you really love the people? Like, what are you doing?
No, I'm with you from the standpoint, and I disagree with you on some level, but I'll go where the conversation is going. Those individuals sometimes are the most vocal people about blackness. I'm like, wait a minute.
Well, so you're saying like I said, they're overcompensating. They got to go above. Okay. So yeah, they gotta prove to everybody. Because I'm married to a white girl, I ain't no punk, right? Like I'm still a real nigga.
I'm ready to go. Like, hold on, bro. We should all go over we all should go over the cliff. Like, hold on. I'm saying something, or someone's saying something. You have a different position because if I use your words, you've been compromised, and now you ready to say, well, we need to go here then and do this. Hold on, you lunatic. Let's say I probably could just pipe down in certain conversations or certain parts of the conversation. Maybe not all of it, just parts of it. So, okay, let me just shut up. I probably wouldn't be the best focus on this because if you can't walk it, then you definitely shouldn't talk it.
Well, see okay. So then there it goes. It comes back down to saying one thing and doing another because you are speaking to a group of young black young men and young women, and you're telling the young sisters, hey, you got to love yourself. You're special. You're somebody too. Don't let the world take your worth from you. Brothers, we got to be strong in our community for our sisters. We got to make sure we're fathers. And then Becky come up and you say, this is my wife, Becky. And everybody's like, wait, what the fuck? I'm just saying. I'm not telling nobody to break up with that white girl. Ian says stats show most black people date each other. He says 85% of black men marry black women. My first wife was black. Most brothers I know marry black women or dating black women. In my circle, I was always the one that talked to all chicks. LOL. That's fine. Get with who you want to get with. This all started because I would say someone like Eve or someone like Serena Williams are bed wenches. I would say any black woman that exclusively dates only white men because of some preconceived notion she has about black men is a bed wench. Any brother who does the same, because I've heard a lot of brothers say this, that, and the third about you can't have shit with a black woman. A black woman ain't this, a black woman ain't that. I think you're a Sambo. The whole point is if you don't love yourself, if you don't love yourself and you don't love us, once again, you either with us or you're against us. So I just feel that's my own personal opinion.
I'll be diplomatic in this. I'll be diplomatic because I think Ian is a great dad. No doubt he loves his children. I'm not, and I know you didn't set this up, conversation like that.
No, because this ain't about Ian. This is not about Ian.
Right. I'm just like, for the conservative values I have, for me, I was with black women, and my children are black. No, but I also respect the idea of love, and I'm not going to deny that love can come in many shades. I'm not going to deny that, and I would say those who twist the black agenda like black is your thing. I'm a Christian first, so that's what I push first. You are from that lane of black foundational, power to the people, and if that's your thing, I would only say,
and that's not your thing. That's not your thing at all.
So my thing is Christian first.
Kamar, you hear how he said it? He said power to the people.
And black foundational.
Right. Those black assimilated associational people. Those,
I love black.
Those colored people.
I love black.
Orlando, stop it. You're digging the hole deeper. Stop it.
So I love the idea of having black believers. I'm consistent, and I'll say that. I don't deny he's not a black believer. I'm not saying that. I believe the brother's from all content. He's a good dad. I've been through it for myself. Whatever. I've always thought that Ian was a great dad, and that was provider.
Once again, this ain't about Ian, so we're gonna move on from that because this is not about Ian.
Yeah, I'm wondering why he's still stuck on this.
We're not talking about Ian. Let me read his comments first of all. He says, I've dated both. I never went through compensating. I don't care who you date. I got 30 employees and 20 are black. The race shit divides us, but look at the guys that are with black women and support political parties that align with the white supremacy. I was having a conversation with one of my friends about that. This shit is a complete distraction. I don't see, because first of all, Ian, we didn't make this a problem. They did. Black people didn't invent discrimination. We didn't pioneer racism and racist power bases. We didn't establish this country on a disproportionate wobbled scale. That's not something we did. We can't say now it don't matter. It's a distraction. It is, because they made it one. They have made it one. Redlining. They invented that. Chattel slavery. They revolutionized slavery. Slavery existed before, but they added some sauce to it. That's the only thing they've ever revolutionized was slavery. Okay? When we talk about institutionalized racism, this is a minority majority. They're slowly becoming the minority in this country, but they still represent the majority of the wealth, power, prestige, control, and influence. So we can say, oh, I don't see how black people say, this race shit is dividing us. But we're not the ones doing it. It's them. So we can't really focus on, hey, we don't need to trip on that. As a matter of fact, I think we do need to trip on it because they tripping on it. They invented all this shit. So he says good women are all the same no matter what their race is. Once again, I disagree. That's like saying a good black man and a good white man is the same thing. I don't think they are the same. And I don't think a good white woman and a good black woman are the same because they have different ideologies, and we have to talk about what actually makes somebody good in the first place. Okay, black women represent something that's unique, especially when they got their head on straight. When she holding a brother down, she's a mother, she's a nurturer, she's an essential part of the community. They are the center of the black. Who really runs shit? Mama runs shit. I don't care how bad your daddy is. Most of the time, mama runs shit. Go ask your mama. Let me see how your mama feel about. I done my kids dad me. Hold on, let me ask your mama. I'm on the phone. Hey, is it okay if they black?
Hold on.
No. Hold on. Let me finish. So I'm saying when you say they all the same, they're not. They're not all the same. There's a big distinct difference between a strong, empowered black woman and a white woman. You know what the difference is? White women voted for Trump. Most sisters voted for Kamala. Now, they ain't the same. Hold on, let me finish. Sharita says funny as fuck. I'm just saying, I'm a represent. It ain't nothing like when we as black people are strong, there's nobody like us. When we got our heads on straight and we moving right, there's nobody on this planet who can compare with us. Nobody is dynamic. Nobody is as innovative. It is what it is. That's why they make up a myth of white supremacy. They are not actually supreme to nobody. Who are they supreme to? Definitely not us on no level. So I can't say, well, I'm going to be careful. No, I'm not going to say that. I think my Facebook feed just dropped. But that's okay. We don't have that much time left anyways. Go ahead, Orlando. I think you're trying to say something.
I was just saying, man, again, I would say, like, hold on. Black women definitely are important, but let's not, downplay the role of black men and black fathers, bro. That's all I'm saying. We can give each other flowers. Let's be clear. I mean, again, black women, black dads, black fathers, black men, are important to kind of work. We can't work without the other. That's all I'm saying.
I think the Facebook feed dropped, y'all. We don't have much time left. It's 9:52. We'll see. Sometimes StreamYard has problems with Facebook. So, and it's coincidental that when we get on a subject like this, Facebook say, "Fuck that, we out of here." I think that's funny. But yeah, our Facebook has dropped, man. It's a conversation we can continue. I did want to talk about something before we left though, and we only have a few minutes, so I'm gonna say this, and I'll share this show later on, and so people will still get to see it. I'll share the YouTube show. The Cash Money versus No Limit versus is coming up, right? I'm here to tell you, to me, this represents two of the worst hip hop movements in the history of the culture.
Never.
I said to me, goddamn it, let me finish. You can say whatever the hell you want. Cash Money, to me, musically, aside from Juvenile, the music was trash. It was disposable. No Limit, besides Mystical, Fiend, and Young Bleed, Corleone, most of the music was trash. I don't know who can win this battle. Not between these two camps. I don't think there's two songs that talk about anything that's going to benefit us or move us forward. You could say Master P was a businessman. He was a businessman. And his business was selling us negativity. The same negativity that we talk about now was the shit Master P, that's what he talked. He celebrated the dope dealer culture. Mm-hmm. Cash Money brought in this super materialistic age of big rims and gold teeth and diamonds in your mouth, and that was negative for us as well. So to me, this is
it was entertainment though. It was entertainment
trash, though. It's not comparable to no other era in hip hop. I think
yes, it is.
I think it doesn't compare to the Bay Area movement. I don't think it compares to the Death Row movement, the NWA movement, the East Coast conscious rap. I don't believe that any of this, that music can stand up to any of that. So I just wanted to hear what y'all got to say about that. Kamar, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I think that era music had it was its own. Like it was more club.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if in the clubs, that's what they was listening to in the clubs and shit. You know what I mean? But like niggas wasn't. That's what they was listening to in the clubs. You know what I mean? It was popping in the clubs. So if you was heavy into that club scene, you know what I mean, that nightlife shit, and that was the music that was popping. And that's what you listen to. And that shit sound good because that was what you was on. Like the bling bling and all that shit. Niggas was out there wearing their diamonds and shit. That was the lifestyle motherfuckers was living. So that's why they feel like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then like with Master P, like I feel like he taught us a lot, but niggas didn't take heed to what he was teaching. Like he was teaching entrepreneurship, owning your own shit. He was preaching that back then. You know what I'm saying? Owning your own shit so you can make your own money. And then like you even look at how he evolved now. Like, and I'm not looking at the music. I'm just looking at him as a man, right?
Okay.
Look at him now. Like now he's still doing the same thing. He's still teaching black people, get you a product, sell it. You know what I'm saying? Put you some shit in the grocery store. Give niggas something to buy. You know what I'm saying? That's black owned. I mean, so I think it's some stuff we can learn from them, but that ain't got nothing to do with their music. I did listen to it because that was the lifestyle. Like they was talking about ghetto dope.
Yeah.
Dope. Nigga, I was in the kitchen cooking up dope. You know what I'm saying? Then go to the club. You know what I'm saying? The shit, bounce that asshole and all that shit was going on and the bling, and you know what I'm saying? That's just what you was listening to. So
we
at
know
that moment,
soldiers. I thought I told you.
You know what I mean? You could dig it, but that's with any kind of music. You know what I'm saying? That's with any kind of music. If you're in that lifestyle, you could dig it. Like I can't get with the music nowadays because I ain't in that. But they listen to that shit in the club.
All right. Yeah.
Well, you can still listen to some Cash Money.
I'm laughing because you said bounce that asshole. Like that was a quotable from this music. Like, that asshole, like that's what stands out, right? Like bounce that asshole. Like okay.
Bounce that asshole.
Hey, Kamar, after we just got done saying how much we love, sisters, he said, bounce that asshole. I love you.
The contradiction is wild.
That's all good. It's all good. No, in terms of what you said, because I think Baby and they showed that power of entrepreneurship too. Like these were two black owned.
Yes,
these were two black owned companies. I'm saying sonically, like their contribution to the music was trash to me.
They made a contribution to the music, man. How you gonna sit up there?
It was trash.
Like them niggas to me really. Who named
Go ahead, Dion. Go ahead, Dion. I want to hear what you got to say.
Yeah,
my nigga.
No, I listen to them niggas. What are you talking about? Cash Money is
Hold on, let him talk. Let him talk. Go ahead, Dion.
But everything that basically Kamar said, you know what I'm saying? And then not only that, you know what I'm saying? They introduced us to artists like Lil Wayne was legendary. Even though I don't like Lil Wayne. Wow. Yeah, but Lil Wayne was legendary. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? To me, in my opinion, they, besides, and I ain't gonna even say Goody Mob them and Outkast really put a impact on the South like them niggas did. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, when P-Nip came out, don't get me wrong, it probably was a few niggas up here getting gone grills, but everybody started getting goals when P-Nip came out. You know what I'm saying? Cash Money, man.
Yeah. He definitely forget about you.
We wearing the Chinese Jabot suits, niggas flexing. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit was like some shit you ain't never heard of before. You know what I'm saying? And like,
where you
I ain't gonna lie, I really don't.
Wait. Hold on, time out.
Go ahead.
The first time that I seen a dope dealer flexing with rims, money, and jewelry was not through Cash Money or No Limit. I grew up seeing that shit. I grew up seeing pimps and dope dealers who had rims on their cars and diamonds on their fingers and living this gangster street lifestyle. Listen, my parents are from the South. I had a gold tooth in my mouth in 1989. My mother put it in my mouth from the South. So and I don't know. I hope that didn't sound bad. She took me to the dentist and got it put in.
No.
So I didn't learn anything from that. Now, if we're gonna compare Outkast, this is just my point. Then I'm gonna give Orlando a chance, and then Ian is called in. So check this out. In terms of the music, and I'll keep talking about quality. Outkast had messages of empowerment. There was some gangster shit in there. There was very little exploitation of, look, y'all, I sell metric tons of cocaine to my people and bought some spinning rims. Now, if we're gonna talk about what's trending and what's popular, Vanilla Ice sold more records than all these motherfuckers, and his music was garbage. So business-wise, yes, I admire the entrepreneurship. There was an influence. They had a movement. They had a moment. But you cannot remember most of the music that was made. From No Limit, you know Mystical, and you know Silk from Being Horrible. And from Cash Money, you know Juvenile and Lil Wayne. All of the other music they made, I mean, Manny Fresh, obviously, is a dope producer, talented brother, but the music was super disposable. And P was making albums so fast, and let's be honest, most of them were garbage.
I still listen to that. I still listen to that. Womp, there it is. Womp. I still listen to that Cash Money. I still be listening to Bling Bling.
Let's get Orlando. I'm always interested. I'm always interested in hearing what Orlando has to say about this.
I'm in a room with a bitch and I don't want to fuck like a man. I'm gonna beat my meat. Boy, I be listening to that Juicy shit.
I can see why you like that. Orlando.
I can't name 4 songs.
So my position is this. I think there's definitely a concern of what is art and what is reality. And artists say they paint reality. The problem is, unfortunately, some can't separate. Like, I'm just telling you my story. Yeah. I'm not trying to have you go out and do it. I'm not telling you to go out to enact it. But I think that's a problem sometimes with some of the music. I support an artist saying, like, I want to paint a picture, even if they didn't experience it, but they want to paint a picture. The problem is the receiver, how we interpret it, and that leads to kind of what you guys are saying. Like, man, it led to a lot of club taking.
Well, let's talk about influence. Let's talk about what was said. And I quote Birdman saying, "I like to fuck him in his ass while he beat up the pussy." On Number One Stunner. This is one of his lyrics.
I can't wait to
This is one of his lyrics. So I don't ever recall Andre 3000 or Big Boy talking about nothing like that. I'm sorry. Come on. And I'm not trying to be too big of a hypocrite because I am a Pimp C fan. I'm a Pimp C real. Like, Pimp C was an absolute genius, and he say some stuff sometimes where you be like, whoa, Pimp. Nothing gay, but just really extreme. Like, shit, Pimp.
He was a smart dude.
He was a genius. Now, Ian, what do you've been chomping at the bit? What's your input on this?
Man, this is my thing, man. Like, when I think of Southern rappers and I street shit and like niggas trapping or whatever, like, all jokes aside, I don't even think of them. Like, I didn't like P and them because of the way they did shit, and I didn't really like Cash. Like, I was more of a fucking Jeezy fan or T.I. because they was just more talented. And I don't, you know what I'm saying? I'm not knocking nobody that like the shit, but my thing is, though, you can't name 10 of them songs like off the top, off the cuff.
You might be able to name the songs, but what about the artist? Like name. Listen. Names, and that was
you talking about Wayne.
Master P did I don't know how many albums. Name 7 of his Wayne, artists. Though. Name people be like, well, Silk, C Murder, Snoop,
Kev made a good point though. Like, he was saying, like, the nigga was popular for being terrible. Like, Wayne is an anomaly, bro. Like, he actually expanded himself and his lyrical abilities. Like, he really started. You could tell he started getting influenced by motherfuckers that could write. So he started really writing lyrics and writing bars for his capabilities. That's how come they get a pass on that. But outside of that, though, bro, them niggas, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't never really fuck with them niggas though.
Man,
I didn't like both camps.
I'm really cut you off, Ian. The love these cats. I was in Atlanta when they was coming out. It was they love these, and definitely I am I'll rock with you, Kev.
You was in school down there too, so you definitely know.
MJG ball had led the foundation.
Them niggas was raw, bro.
With the Morris Brown, so the whole Moby, the whole.
Yeah.
I'm right there with this. But again, man, these cats made I'm not the big fan of Master P. I will say that.
I hate it, dude. Actually,
I would say,
wow.
Just
I hate it, dude.
Bro, they had the club on lit.
They did. They did.
They had everything. They had MTV. They had the radio. Make them say, used to be on the radio. Before we go, because we're short on time, I just want to say this then, since we have some people who like them, and I'm going to start with you, Kamar. Who wins this versus? Cash Money or No Limit? Who wins?
Well,
God. No.
When I look at it now, like when I look back on it now, I think Cash Money music stood the test of time better than No Limit music stood the test of time.
Oh,
you know
good
what I'm saying? But like during that time, at the moment, I was more in the No Limit.
Okay. You was younger too, but yeah. We was younger. We were younger when About It was a Tubi movie before it was Tubi, but we loved it. It was horrible.
Right, yeah. Hey, look, and then Master P, he kind of innovated a lot of that shit.
Yeah, well.
Promise me y'all will do a show on this.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm talking about
y'all will do a show on this later.
Right.
To the movies what we see now on Tubi. You know what I'm saying?
Right. The independent
Don't forget, Cash Money them had the Hot Boys though. They had a movie out too.
Yeah, it was terrible too.
Damn, that's a good point too, man. Y'all gotta do a show on this one, bro.
Dion,
And they had Baller Blocker.
Dion,
what up?
Okay.
Good point.
No more terrible Cash Money movies, right? I want to get your opinion on who's gonna win the verses. Who you see winning this verses? Since you're a fan of both of these,
I got a bias. I think Cash Money, but if T bring Mystical, Fiend, Mac, Mia X, him, Silk the Shocker. Maybe they could do Half C Murder live from prison. If C Murder come on there live from prison, it's over. It's over.
Hey, but think about it though. Think about these verses.
Wayne catalog.
Hold on, Ian. Hold on. Go ahead, Kamar.
When you think about these verses, it's never really about a winner. You know what I mean? Like all the verses that they ever had, it never was really about a winner. Like they never declared a winner. You know what I mean? It really just be about for us to talk about. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's really what the verses be about.
Except for Dipset versus Locks.
In itself, though.
Except for Dipset versus Locks.
Oh yeah, because they actually fought.
And Kane versus KRS, I feel like that was something we could debate, like hip hop.
No, that was 3-6 Mafia where they wound up fighting this shit.
That was Bone versus 3-6. Yeah,
3-6 Mafia started fighting.
I meant to say Locks against. I meant to say Locks. I meant to say Locks against. I meant to say Locks versus Dipset. My fault, Kamar. My fault. Now, Ian, who do you think is gonna win the verses?
As far as if you want to look from a statistical standpoint, it's going to be fucking Cash Money because think about this. They have Wayne, they have Drake, they have Nicki Minaj, the trees from that particular record label, bro. No Limit didn't do nothing like that. I think
Drake
No Limit
got
is a better
Cash
record
Money
label.
records though. He got Young Money. That's a whole. He shouldn't be allowed to do no Drake songs. No, that shouldn't count.
But dog, that's how they play it though. You know how
that would be lame. That would be lame. No, that would be lame. Drake wasn't even around, and we talking about the era. We're talking about their runs. That's later on.
But they're not gonna do the era though. You know they're gonna try to.
They have to because No Limit doesn't extend past a certain time. So they can't. Matter of fact, that's why KRS-One kind of got over on Kane because KRS had more songs. And after a while, Kane didn't have no more songs. KRS was rapping shit he just released.
Chris got an encyclopedia of rhymes. It actually is.
But we
crazy.
didn't look. He had more songs, but we didn't know half of them. We was like, "What the fuck is he singing now?" Look, my pick, and I hate to do this because to me it's lame ass fucking verses. I think No Limit should win, and I'm gonna tell you why.
They should.
Because when No Limit was out, I was young. I was closer to the streets. What they were talking about was more relevant to me. When Cash Money was out, I was a grown ass man with a full-time job watching the effect that it was having on kids.
Exactly.
Like I missed that whole 50 Cent Cash Money, the early 2000s. I couldn't rock with a lot of hip hop because I was working with so many youngsters and I was seeing how it was affecting them. And I was like, this is bullshit. And I wasn't hearing the creative flow of what I came up on. So I would say No Limit has more classic when they holler how to do that kind of stuff.
That's so fair.
I don't think once Cash Money does bling bling and back that ass up and some of Wayne's stuff, I think it's a wash for them. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't, number one stunner, he got to leave out the part about fucking him in the booty. So I think No Limit will win it, man. We're gonna get out of here. Today is Wednesday, so this is the last
That's wild.
Last show of the week.
I don't get okay.
All right, Ken, I'm down.
All right, man. All right.
Yeah, man. Do another show on this one. This is actually interesting.
This is the last show of the week.
I don't get a vote, Ken.
Oh, I didn't even know you wanted to say so, Orlando, because once I heard you say the people, power to the people, I didn't know. Go ahead, man. Jump in. Uh-oh. His call ended. I didn't do that either, y'all. I didn't hang up on Orlando. I didn't do it. The phone dropped the call. Listen, I get tired of talking about politics all the time. So if you say I don't want to talk about politics all the time. We talk about it enough. So we have plenty of other shows that you can listen to. There's no subject we haven't touched on. So, and we'll be back next Monday. Y'all please be safe this weekend. Take advantage of every day you have here. Like hold the people that you really care for near and dear. Tell them how you feel, man. Tell them that you love them, especially at our age, because we are at the age where a lot of us are leaving. And you don't want to leave no stone unturned. So just try to show love to the people who matter and try to have some sort of integrity about yourself in terms of how you treat people. Being respectful to people and allowing people to be who they are without trying to infringe or overbear them or place your will up on them. The bottom line is we got to be good to each other, y'all. We got to be good to each other. That's it. That's the bottom line. Kamar, hit us with some real OG shit.
Real OGs know you got to protect your peace, nephew. If you ain't got to make a decision, don't. Real OGs know how good it feels to say that shit ain't got nothing to do with me. Stop me when I'm lying.
There we go, man. Peace and love, man. Real OGs. Hit up Kamar. Get down to the Sherman Phoenix. Share the show. I'll holler at y'all on Monday, man. Peace and love.